The pitch by Busic. Shot on a miss.
It's time for Wenatchee AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel. Coverage of tonight's broadcast is sponsored by our platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Also by Abby's Pizza, Apple Valley Honda, Biosports Physical Therapy, Caldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, the Highlander Golf Course and Grill, the Kennedy Real Estate Group, Les Schwab, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, Tacos Shava, Together for Youth, Valley Tractor, and Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Now, let's go live to Paul Thomas Senior Field on the campus of Wenatchee Valley College for AppleSox baseball on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel.
So the AppleSox will advance. And welcome to Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. Right now on the field, they are welcoming back Ed Nags, the former head coach for the Wenatchee AppleSox, as they hand him a 25th anniversary hat in celebration of 25 years of baseball here for the Wenatchee AppleSox. And strangely, Ed Nags back with a different team as their head coach. He was with Corvallis, of course, for many years, but now the head man with the Bellingham Bells, who come into town to begin a very crucial three-game series for the AppleSox.
Yes.
Brandon Schmitten, talk about what this game could mean tonight for the Wenatchee AppleSox.
Well, yeah, we're sitting right now at our magic number is 2. So we win a game tonight and Cam Loops finds a way to lose a game, then that puts us into the playoffs, which fortunately would put us against Bellingham. Since they won the first half, we would be facing them as the record set right now. We'd be facing them.
As it sits right now, because they're the number 1 seed winning the first half title. And Wenatchee right now would be the number 4 seed, because then the 2 wildcard playoff spots that go to overall record. Edmonton right now sitting in second place in the second half division, has the best record of anybody in the entire North Division. So they would get the number 3 seed. Wenatchee would get the number 4 seed. Number 2 seed would go to Victoria if it ends today. But that's what's interesting here. Next week, Edmonton and Victoria have a 4-game series against each other. That's going to determine the second half champion.
Yeah, that's going to be a huge series. And like I said, we go out here and we take care of business, and the most important thing is you get your foot in the door, and that's exactly what we'd be doing. Is if we can take care of business, we'd get ourselves in the playoffs, and you never know what's going to happen.
That's just true. Look at last year. You know, we keep talking about how Portland has just been amazing this year. 39 wins to this point, but they still would have 5 wins to get here in the next 6 games that they have left on their schedule to surpass Ridgefield, who has the best record ever in the West Coast League with 43 wins in a summer.
Goodness.
That was just last summer, my friend. They were 2-0 in the first round of the playoffs last year. So one of those things where, hey, some of the guys you have on your roster, you can't keep them for the entire summer, especially when it comes to late August or early August, and it's time for the playoffs. They got to go back to school.
Yes, and there's the semester schools are starting early, and their college coaches appreciate this league so much, but yet at the same time, they need to get them ready and see what they've got for fall ball moving into winter and then into their most important season, spring.
Well, there's quite a history between these two clubs. Of course, last year we were here for Wenatchee advancing to the West Coast League Championship by edging Bellingham 1-0 here at Paul Thomas Senior Field. That was a fantastic game that night. Overall, Wenatchee is 61-54 against the Bells. They've played a lot of games going clear back to the PIL.
Yeah, and a lot of those are from Ed.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of those victories. Ed Nags, 493 wins, 275 losses in his 14 seasons as head coach of the Wenatchee AppleSox, going all the way back to 2001.
Yeah, what a record. What is that, 60%?
Yeah.
60%
You're the math guy.
Yeah.
I'll let you do that.
We'll estimate around 60.
But as far as what's happened so far this season, that's what matters, right? The AppleSox played in Bellingham back in June, latter part of June, and took 2 of 3 from the Bells.
Yeah.
One interesting game that the Wenatchee lost was a 15-2 decision on June 25th, where the Bells starter had a no-hitter going through 6 innings and had to be pulled because of a pitch count.
Oh, my goodness.
And, that just had to have killed him.
Yeah.
We've got our national anthem coming up. Kayla Taylor going to do the honors here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium with a good crowd on hand. A little overcast here today. It has made for a beautiful night here at the ballpark, and we will listen in to our national anthem right now here on the NCW Life Channel.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad chest and bright stars through the perilous fight for the rampart we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket crackling of our singing gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of
Well, Kayla tried to tell me before the anthem tonight that she didn't have her best voice, but I would beg to differ.
Well, if she's got better than that, that's amazing. Because that was already amazing.
She is a mainstay as far as doing the anthem here in North Central Washington, and thanks to Kayla for coming out and doing the anthem here tonight. As we're getting ready for baseball here on the NCW Life Channel, it's the Wenatchee AppleSox coming into tonight's game with a record of 11-10 in the second half. They're 27-21 overall. And the starters here for the Wenatchee AppleSox and Coach Mitch Darlington, who's assisted by Xander Orohudos and Quincy Vassar. Adam Hates will start it off. He's the leadoff man playing in center field. Cade Martinez playing at third base. He is batting second. Batting third, Izzy Madriaga, who's at second base. Batting cleanup, Evan Cloyd, the DH. Batting fifth, left fielder Jihi Lee. Batting sixth, shortstop Elijah Palayo. Batting seventh will be the first baseman Theo Kim. We haven't seen him at first base this season. Batting eighth will be the catcher Kanoa Morisaki, and batting ninth will be the right fielder Davis Dorico. Meanwhile, for the Bellingham Bells, and Coach Ed Nags, he's assisted by Jim Clem, who's a name that goes way back for anybody who's been around high school baseball here in the state of Washington. Longtime coach at Burlington Edison High School. Boy, he's had a few guys that have gone pro as well.
Yes, he has.
Out of his terrain over there. He's assisted by Cody Anderson and Riley Parker. The Bells 29-19 overall. As we mentioned, the first half division titles for the North, they're 11-10, same as the AppleSox here in the second half. Have been kind of kicking rocks a little bit here, honestly, in the last couple of weeks. Aiden Aguayo will bat first. He's the shortstop. Batting second, left fielder Gavin Long. Batting third will be Andrew Lamb, the first baseman. Batting fourth, Noah Meffert is the right fielder. Batting fifth will be the catcher Blake Balls. Batting sixth will be third baseman Nate Kirkpatrick. Batting seventh, Rob Jacobson, who's the second baseman. Batting eighth will be the DH Romanik Cuiban, and batting ninth will be Brock Sell, the center fielder. Evan Canfield gets a start for the Wenatchee AppleSox. Big, tall right-hander. He is 6'3", 210 pounds, a junior from Lewis and Clark State. No record so far this summer for the AppleSox, and a 2.59 earned run average. We're ready for baseball here tonight on the NCW Life Channel. Glad you can join us here on a sultry night at the ballpark, and the first pitch is a swing and a foul by Aiden Aguayo.
Always nice to start off with the first pitch strike there. That's one of my favorite things to see.
Aguayo batting .270, 6 foot, 175-pound freshman from UCLA. And, of course, Ed Nags makes his home these days down in the L.A. area. So not a surprise to me to see that he would have quite a few on his roster from down in Southern Cal.
Yeah, he's kind of up to his old tricks. That's one of the things that he had here was a lot of kids from USC, UCLA, Gonzaga, Long Beach State. And it looks to me like he's up to the old tricks of getting all those guys. I mentioned on another broadcast that I had an opportunity to talk to Ed at Eastmont High School. He came by and we were talking with him and stuff. And I said, so what are you up to these days? And he's like, well, he goes, every Friday night I go down to UCLA or USC and I'll throw BP to the kids down there. I'm like, okay.
Gee, and he has several of those on his roster here for summer baseball.
Nice
Swing and a
pitch
miss
there.
on a nasty breaking pitch from Evan Canfield. So a strikeout for the first batter. One out here in the top of the first brings up Gavin Long. The left fielder is out of Utah Tech, batting .255. And you know Ed Neggs baseball, and Mitch Darlington has not been shy about saying, I want to bring back Ed Neggs type of baseball here to the Wenatchee AppleSox. And that's being aggressive. That's putting the game in motion. And you're not surprised here to see the first two batters in his lineup tonight with 6 stolen bases apiece on the season. So don't let him on the base pass.
I tell you, I played baseball for him 2 summers. That ball's hit well.
It's hit hard to right field, and it is gone. A solo home run for Gavin Long here to start off the ball game, and the Bells have their first run and first lead of the night.
Yeah, that ball was well struck. There was no doubt about that one.
It's a pretty still night here at the ballpark. Little breeze blowing. It was blowing in from the east, and now kind of switch it around to the northwest as we continue with the ball game. But Davis DeRico, no chance out there in right field.
No, he gave it his all, and unfortunately there was a fence that stopped him there. But great effort on his part. But unfortunately that ball couldn't be held.
So one run in, one out, and that'll bring up Andrew Lamb. He'll step in the left-handed batter's box, and he'll take the first pitch a little low for a ball. 1-0 the count. Lamb, leading hitter on the ball club for the Bells at .336 with 30 walks on the summer, so he's got a good eye.
As a number 3 hitter, that's remarkable.
Yeah.
Number 3 hitters are typically your more aggressive kids that
will swing like that.
Yeah, that have a swing that could lift a ball out of the ballpark, and to walk 30 times, that's crazy.
That's good. Junior out of USC, 6 feet, 185 pounds.
Looks a little bit heavier than that to me.
Yeah, he does. He does.
Pretty well-built kid.
This pitch swung on and grounded through the right side, and nice play by the second baseman. Izzy comes up with a gem here to get the second out of the first inning.
I was worried he wasn't going to be able to get to that, but then did a great job, stayed on his knees and popped up quick. That was a great play by Izzy there.
Getting more and more comfortable playing here on the friendly confines of Paul Thomas Senior Stadium.
Yeah, much friendlier than last year, right?
Yes, yes. 2 down here for the Bells brings up Noah Meffert. Right fielder batting .318 on the summer. Steps in the right-handed batter's box, and the pitch by Canfield on the way is inside for ball 1. Defensively, Theo Kim over at first base, Izzy Madriaga at second, Elijah Pelayo at short, Cade Martinez at third.
Yeah, he's had a great year, hasn't he? Cade Martinez.
Yes, he has. Played most of the summer at shortstop, and then just here a few weeks ago, moved over to third base when the Sox they brought in Elijah Pelayo.
Yeah.
And Pelayo played shortstop for the AppleSox last year, so they moved Cade over to third base, and he's done well there. Here comes the pitch on the way by Canfield. That is...
Must have been a little inside there.
Must be. 2-0 the count to Meffert. Kanoa Morisaki is behind the plate tonight. Jihi Lee out in left field, Adam Hayton center, and Davis DeRico in right for the AppleSox defensively. Strike called here.
You could see him get up on top of that pitch just a little bit more than he has been. Try and flatten that out or straighten that out a little bit. Maybe getting a little bit too much run on his fastball.
It's been overcast for the day, but now the sun creasing through the clouds here, and another strike going to be called. And little disgust on the face of Noah Meffert. The count runs full to him at 3-2.
Yeah, it was thunder and lightning earlier today too. A little bit of rain.
You were on the golf course today?
I was on the golf course. Yeah, we were caddy shacking it out there.
Heavy stuff's not going to come out for a while.
Yeah,
that's ball 4.
Course
according
record.
to our home plate umpire. So runner aboard with 2 outs here for the Bells brings up Blake Bowles, the catcher's batting a $198 on the summer. 5'10", 195-pound junior from UCLA. So right away you got UCLA, Utah, USC, Gonzaga, and UCLA.
Yep, like I said, up to his old tricks again.
Definitely so.
A lot of this. There is a lot of coaching that goes on in this, but a lot of it is recruiting too. And building the trust of those college coaches to be able to hand off their kids to you in the summertime. And as we've mentioned many a times, that's something that Ed's done a very good job of, is building the trust of the college coaches.
Of course, Ed, after leaving the AppleSox after the 2014 summer season, went to Corvallis and was an assistant down there for a long time, and he immediately helps them contribute to several championships in the West Coast League.
Yeah, they get to play on a beautiful baseball field down there, don't they?
Yeah, Goss Stadium.
Yep.
Pitch on the way here is outside for ball 3. So Canfield having a little struggle finding the strike zone here early against the Bells. Just walked Meffert and now has gone 3-0 to balls. Nate Kirkpatrick waiting on deck here, hoping for a chance. 1-0 Bells on top with a solo home run by Gavin Long. Canfield ready, and the right-hander's delivery is a strike this time. And
take
the count
a little
goes
bit
to
off
3-1.
and just make sure you throw a strike there. Yeah, I was mentioning I got to play for Ed Nags when I was in high school, and then coach against Ed Nags, and then watch him coach with the AppleSox. So I've known Ed since I was 16 years old, and
that's a few years.
Well, that's like 12 years now. Or wait, maybe 34 years.
Yeah, I was going to say, hang on, Coach. I'm not good at math. That Cedar Woolley math is kicking in. Doesn't compute. Runner from first fakes a jump. This ball is hit in the air in foul territory.
Right out of Eric, but it's going to be caught.
And it will be caught by the third baseman, Cade Martinez, in foul territory for the out. And a little sign of relief for Evan Canfield here, as he'll give up a run on a home run by Gavin Long. We'll head to the bottom of the first. It's Bells 1 and the AppleSox due up next. You're watching West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
At Kennedy Group, we understand that buying and selling is more than a transaction, and it's more than just a house. This is where you will gather with friends and family, and where a lifetime of memories will be made. But buying a home is more than memories. Oftentimes, it's your biggest financial decision. The agents at Kennedy Group understand this and provide real estate advice based on your goals and dreams. Call us today, and let's find your happy place.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Our broadcast of AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel brought to you in part by our platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling in Wenatchee. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Give them a call today at 509-662-6842. They're on the web at alpineair.net. Be sure and add an E to the end of air, A-I-R-E. Due up for the AppleSox here on the bottom of the first, Adam Haight, Cade Martinez, and Izzy Madriaga. AppleSox have been on a little good run here to the latter portion of the season, winning 7 in a row here a couple of weeks ago. They swept the awards for the Player of the Week honors last week with Izzy Madriaga, getting the nod for his both offensive and defensive performances. And he'll be number 3 in the lineup here to start it off for the AppleSox here on the bottom of the first.
Yeah, we saw him make another great play over there at second base, and it's good to have him out there. Our infield right now is very, very solid.
Adam Haight will lead it off against Trevor Moore for the Bells. And the first pitch swung on and fouled away, and how to play. And the count 0-1 here to Adam Haight. Trevor Moore is 6'1", 218-pound junior out of Stanford. He's 0-2 on the summer with a 2.92 earned run average.
Yeah, the old Pac-12 meeting up. But
yeah. They're going to appeal, and the base umpire says a strike. So 0-2 the count quickly on Adam Haight. sophomore out of Oregon State, batting .229 for the AppleSox. 6'2", 195-pound sophomore back of the right-handed batter's box. He'll take this one for a ball. 1-2 the count to Adam Haight. He's been doing a good job out in center field,
He
too.
has.
Played a little right field last time
Yep.
we had the broadcast here.
Yep. And what a pleasant kid he is, too. That interview that we had with him after the
Yep.
game, man. I texted his head coach and said, "Hey, Mitch, Adam Haight, what a great kid." He goes, "Oh, man, I love that guy." I said, "Yeah, I bet you do."
You know, in preparation for the game tonight, I was asked by the AppleSox staff, which, you know, I don't have a lot of contact with the old AppleSox players that have come and gone here.
Mm-hmm.
This pitch just misses for a ball. 2-2 the count. Good eye by Adam Haight. And it just made me start to hearken back to the days back in 2001, 2002, 2003 when Ed first started here after coaching for so many years at the high school.
Yeah.
At Wenatchee High School. Pitch here swung on and a fly ball hit hard, but it's going to be corralled by the center fielder out there. As he'll negotiate the win, Will Broxell. He'll come up with the catch, and the out is recorded. One out here for the AppleSox. Brings up Cade Martinez. But I'll tell you, three brothers from Brewster sure played a big part in the start of starting this whole thing with
Johnny,
Ed Nags.
Danny, and
Johnny, Danny, and Matt Gibbers, or Hawkins Gibbers.
Yep.
So, of course, I mean, you start thinking about all the people that have come and gone here over the years. Of course, the AppleSox swing and a miss here by Martinez, 0-1 the count. AppleSox came up with their 25th anniversary team before the season started, and going back through time and looking at guys that maybe they didn't do anything after Wenatchee. Maybe just had a fantastic summer here with the AppleSox. But some of those names started popping up. Then, of course, the time spent with Ed and traveling on the road as I was the radio announcer back in the day, and just a great time. So every time I see Ed, it's always a big hug and a big how you doing.
Yep.
Pitch here swung on a grounded to the left side of the mound. Shortstop in, will field and throw. A good play over there by Adam Aguayo, or Aiden Aguayo. 6-3 on a put out, 2 outs here in the first.
And, you know, we had mentioned earlier as we were just communicating, I said, you know, who he reminds me of, and said Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
You know, the only difference, I think, is Ed doesn't chomp on his gum like Pete Carroll does.
No.
But he
is very youthful.
Very youthful.
Ed, I think, what is he, 62, 63 now, something like that.
Yeah.
He wanted to do the run that he did last year before the season started.
That was incredible.
Where he ran from Wenatchee to Corvallis in time to start the season.
Yeah, that's a long ways.
Pitch here misses.
I get tired
away
just
to
driving
Izzy
there.
Madriaga. Yeah, no kidding. He said he wanted to do it when he was turning 60, kind of have it be a benchmark milestone for him. But, of course, then we had COVID that came and kind of wiped those plans out. Swing and a miss here by Madriaga, and the count 1 ball, 1 strike. Izzy, how about it, in his short stint with Wenatchee, batting .400 with 20 RBI in just 15 games.
Oof, that's crazy.
That's an impact player for sure. Here comes the 1-1 pitch on the way from Moore. It is inside for a ball.
That had a little bit of giddy up on it. 94 miles an hour right there.
Kind of sneaky.
Yeah, that was.
You talk about the difference between guys that pitch and some that really have to, show like they're struggling to get it up, and then others that just kind of have an easy delivery.
Yeah, max effort and then just simple.
This pitch is in the dirt. They're going to appeal down to the first base umpire, and no, he did not go. 3-1 the count to Madriaga.
I saw Ed's kids here tonight.
Yep.
Emily and Drew are over there, and
Stacya's here.
Yep.
In fact, Stacia, I was trying to give some pointers to her dad on taking a picture. They were taking a group picture.
Nice.
And she says, "Eric, can you just take it?" So I grabbed a camera and took some pictures. 3-2 count to Madriaga. 2 out for the AppleSox here in the bottom of the first. in a 1-0 ball game. Bells on top of the solo home run on the top of the first. Pitch here, swung on a grounded to the right side. First baseman sticks down on the glove and tosses over to the pitcher covering. And that will be the final out as Lamb is able to stay with it right into the sunshine. He looks. So a 3-up, 3-down first for the AppleSox. We'll head to the second. Bellingham on top, 1-0. You're watching West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
Tacos Chava has something new. Customers at Tacos Chava say it's the best Mexican food around. Nachos, enchiladas, tortas, ensaladas, and introducing camarones in many styles. You'll love the fresh salsa bar with so much selection. Are you ready for Tacos Chava? Find them at 2 great locations, the Wenatchee Valley Mall and Eniat. Tacos Chava, tan delicioso.
Thanks for joining us for AppleSox Baseball tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel as we head to the second inning of play. Nate Kirkpatrick, Rob Jacobson, and Romanick Kibon due up here for the Bells. Our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Valley Tractor, North Central Washington's trusted equipment rental dealer for 75 years. Along with Brandon Schmitten, Eric Granstrom with you. It's kind of old home week here. I was reaching out to one of the former AppleSox I found has a Facebook page, and that tells you, what his age would be. Pop foul territory. Theo Kim going over, and he'll make the catch, but just out of play.
I thought he was going to be able to keep his feet in, but he was concentrating more on the ball than the line.
Which is probably a good idea.
Yeah.
0-1 the count to Kirkpatrick, but DJ Lydiard, for anybody who's been around the AppleSox for a while, is a name that should register as the only AppleSox pitcher to throw a complete game no-hitter.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Happened in Moses Lake when the Pirates were
Moses Lake Pirates
were part of the league back way in the day. Swing and a miss here. And a count 0-2 on Kirkpatrick. As Evan Canfield tries to settle in after giving up a solo home run on the first pitch to Gavin Long in the top half of the first inning. Canfield with a little step, and now the pitch. Swung on a chopped foul on the third base side. Ed Neggs will field that in the coach's box. And the count stays at 0-2 on Nate Kirkpatrick. But DJ, I got a hold of him. I said, hey, you wouldn't happen to be anywhere in the neighborhood. He is running a batting cage, a couple of different batting cages, one in Renton, I think, and then the other down in Arizona.
Oh, wow.
And he said, no, I'm not, and got plans with a family. And he said, be sure and tell Ed hello. I mean, and I'm sure wherever Ed Neggs goes, he knows somebody for sure.
Yep.
And, of course, the thing would be, my gosh, Ed, how are you?
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we were just mentioning that earlier about how small the world baseball makes.
Yeah. The 0-2 pitch again is bouncing in for a ball. 1-2 the count to Kirkpatrick. Batting .297 on the summer with 4 home runs. He's got 34 RBI. So a contributor big time offensively for the Bellingham Bells. 6 foot, 215-pound junior out of Virginia Commonwealth. Curveball here misses just low for ball 2.
Yeah, that's a long ways from home. Virginia Commonwealth.
A little bit. A little bit. Canfield always working from the stretch. Pitch on the way. Curveball again. Try to get him to fish after that one. It will miss for a ball. 3-2 the count to the leadoff man here in the second inning.
Yeah, he's throwing a lot of pitches to the last 3 guys.
We were talking earlier this summer about run production for the AppleSox.
Yes.
As far as inning per inning. And I actually went through and looked at the numbers. This pitch, boy, looked good, but no, ball 4.
Tad bit inside.
The call. So aboard is Kirkpatrick, and that'll bring up The second baseman, Rob Jacobson, batting .319 with 9 stolen bases, and he does strike out a lot, 24 strikeouts for Jacobson on the summer. But the AppleSox, if you're curious, at home this year have outscored their opponents 198 to 111.
Yeah, I was seeing that there the other day when you sent that to me. That's amazing.
Yeah. And Wenatchee at home, the second inning has been their most fruitful. Pitch here is in there for a strike. 0-1, they count to Jacobson. Wenatchee at home has outscored their opponents 38 to 3 in the second inning.
Can we just play the second inning every inning?
Yeah, and just shut her down and call her good, and that's it. I guess it doesn't really work that way.
No, I guess not.
Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Evan Canfield.
Well, the 38 runs is phenomenal, but 3. Only
that they've
3?
allowed, yeah.
Yeah.
So they've allowed 11 runs in the first inning, 3 in the second, 16 in the third. It's been late in games where Wenatchee's had the problems giving up runs.
Yeah, that unfortunate one I see there, too, is 10 in the third for giving up and 0 scored.
Pitch here swung on, popped up in foul territory. Long run for Cade Martinez. It'll bounce up in the Pepsi Picnic Pavilion over near the concession stand and just be a foul ball strike. 1-2 the count to Jacobson.
Yeah, that one was close to some spectators over there.
So Wenatchee has been outscored in late games in the 9th inning, especially 19 to 3. Of course, giving up the 6th spot in the 9th when it was a 21-7 ball game or whatever that was.
And also we've won a lot of games at home, so we don't really hit a lot in the 9th.
That's
so
true.
That takes away.
So that takes away an at bat.
Yeah,
right there.
So I would like to see us be no runs scored in the 9th. That means we just won every game.
Yeah, just shut her down.
Yeah.
Pitch on the way. Curveball in there for strike 3. Gone is Jacobson's second strikeout of the ball game here for Evan Canfield.
He wasn't too happy with that, but that was right on the corner. It's a good call there.
So 1 out with 1 aboard brings up Romanik Kiban. DH is batting .200 out of University of Nevada, Reno. Just in 8 games with the Bells this summer. 5'10", 180-pound junior at Nevada, Reno. Steps in the left-handed batter's box, and the pitch on the way, curveball, misses for ball 1.
You see the runners over at first base are working every pitch.
Yep.
You see them seeing if they can't get a jump, get their timing down. We've talked about it a lot, the UCLA timing when a runner's at second base. But pitchers will have the same tendencies at first base. And the first time I had ever heard UCLA, which is, again, a timing mechanism to steal bases, was from Ed. And what you do is you look at the pitcher, and they're going to give you looks. And so it'd be a 1 look, 2 look, and then they'll start delivering to the plate. Well, as soon as they take their last look, you start the letters UCLA. And if you get that rhythm down, then stealing the base is significantly easier than what it would be if you were just going off a field.
So instead of 1 chimpanzee, 2 chimpanzee, you're saying UCLA in your head? Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, so I'll help you on this one right here. So as we look at this right here, and it's easier to do at second base, but
so that's you.
So he's set now. So there's 1 look, there's a look, U, C. So that we would call that a 1C is what we would call that. So after he was done looking, he delivered the pitch on C.
Okay.
So
I gotcha. So a fly ball out to left fielder Jihi Lee, and 2 outs here for the Bells. Brings up their number 9 hitter Brock Sell. Center fielder batting 236. 6'1", 185-pound freshman from Stanford. He leads the team in at-bats, by the way. And you talk about getting some work on the summer. 161 at-bats.
Wow.
For Brock Sell.
Wow. That's crazy. His coach at Stanford's probably very pleased with that right there was them doing a delayed steal, and the delayed steal is trying to take advantage of your middle infielders being lazy and your catcher being lazy. So if your catcher goes to a knee after he catches the ball, your middle infielders aren't working to the middle, they're going to take advantage of that. So that's that's just smart baseball. You don't have to be the fastest person in the world, but as long as you're paying attention to tendencies, it makes life a lot easier.
So Kirkpatrick out at second base after the stolen base, and the count evens to Sell at 1 ball and 1 strike. Canfield trying to keep the score right where it is at 1-0, but now a runner in scoring position with 2 outs here in the top of the second for the Bells. Pitch on the way, swung on, hit in the air, and coming in it will be Ji-Hee Lee, and he'll make the catch for the outs, and that'll do it. So they leave a man stranded. We'll head to the bottom of the second here in Wenatchee. And the AppleSox, well, this is when the offense happens. We'll see if it happens when we come back with a 1-0 count here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
A new video game, a movie, dinner with friends. There are a lot of things worth saving up for. Vapes aren't cheap, and buying pods over and over can stop you from affording things you want more. When it comes to your money, choose what matters. Choose you.
When life gets stressful, jumping into your passions can help you find your calm. Avoid vapes, which contain nicotine and can make feelings of anxiety and depression worse. When it comes to your mental health, choose what matters. Choose you.
The new Hummer EV is everything you want in an all-electric vehicle. It's powerful, reliable, comfortable, and will take you anywhere you want to go, on-road or off. Why buy one of those lesser EVs when you can have one that uses them for traction? Order your Hummer pickup or SUV today from Sangster Motors, batteries included.
Evan Cloyd, Ji-Hee Lee, and Elijah Pelayo to appear in the second for the AppleSox, trailing Bellingham 1-0 here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Our broadcast brought to you in part by Together for Youth, encouraging youth to dispose of unused and expired prescriptions to protect youth and the environment. Find a kiosk near you by visiting medproject.org. Along with Brandon Schmitten, Eric Granstrom with you. Evan Cloyd will lead it off, batting .308 on the summer for the AppleSox. He is the DH in tonight's game. The senior from Cal State Bakersfield steps up and, of course, leads the team in hit batsman with 7.
So he hasn't been hit for a while.
Hasn't been hit for a while, no. He's 12 games in for the AppleSox and been hit by 7 pitches.
I think he was 7 games in and 7 hit by pitches.
He was.
Yeah.
So it's been a 5-game streak with Evan just getting on base the old-fashioned way.
Well, oh my goodness. Well, in that, I came to a game the night after we broadcast, and Evan got hit in the shoulder, and he went to cut a ball. He went to the mound to cut a ball coming in from the outfielder, and the ball took a wicked hop off the mound and hit him right above his eyebrow. Hit him right above his eyebrow, no blood or anything, but then he came in, got hit by the pitch, like I said, and then he ended up leaving the game. And I said, Evan, you all right? And he goes, no, man. He goes, I got hit in the head. And he goes, I'm out for a couple games. So he was out for a couple games of the last series.
So concussion protocol, I guess.
Yeah.
2-1 to count to Cloyd here to lead it off in the bottom of the second. AppleSox trailing at 1-0 to Bellingham. Curveball here is a strike called. Count evens to Cloyd at 2 balls and 2 strikes. First of a 3-game homestand here against the Bells, and that wraps up the regular season for Wenatchee. They'll travel to Kelowna on Monday to finish the regular season on the road against the Falcons. Pitch on the way here, swung on and chopped back towards the left side. Third baseman on a hop will field and throw. Nice play by Kirkpatrick over there. 5-3 on the putout. 1 out for the AppleSox. Brings up left fielder Ji-Hee Lee. I want to thank Joel Norman. Joel has been feeding me little nuggets along the way.
So even though he's gone, he's still paying attention.
Even though he's gone, he's still here.
Yeah.
And so we appreciate that. But he was telling me here just before this game tonight that he was going through the AppleSox records, and Cade Martinez has a chance to make some AppleSox history With the 6 games left of the regular season, he needs 5 multi-hit games to record the most multi-hit games in AppleSox single-season history.
Wow.
Right now he has 18.
That's crazy.
Through July.
This year?
This year.
Wow. That's phenomenal.
That's having a good summer.
Yeah.
Pitch here to G. Lee is grounded to the right side, and the first baseman will field, and Lamb takes it to the bag himself. 3 unassisted on the putout on G. Lee. So 2 down for the AppleSox, brings up shortstop Elijah Palaio.
Yeah, we need well, we've been doing a good job putting the ball in play, but they've been playing pretty good defense, but we haven't hit many balls hard yet, so it'd be nice to see somebody square one up here.
Palaio batting .270. Shortstop with that hood dancing from his collar. And the first pitch he'll take for a strike, 0-1 to count.
Yeah, because it's only 95 today, Eric.
But it's not a sweatshirt per se.
No.
I
think it's just a good luck hood.
It almost looks silkish.
Yeah. Ooh,
Pitch
I'd love
here.
to see that.
Squares, fakes a bunt, takes the pitch, and it's strike 2 call. My helper that's usually here in the press box to feed me the umpires is not here tonight. Jackson Dodd, who has been helping out doing the radio broadcast for Sunny FM. This pitch looks good, but ball 1 to Palaio. 1-2 the count with 2 down here in the second. Nobody aboard for the AppleSox. So I'm still waiting on some help.
Yes.
On getting our umpires.
I'll text my daughter.
I was going to say, where's Dylan? Can she help us out here? This pitch swung on and grounded to the right side. Second baseman Jacobson on a hop will field and throw, and that's it. So the AppleSox 6 up, 6 down so far to start this game. As we'll head to the 3rd inning of play, Bellingham leads at 1-0. You're watching West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Connected to what matters most in North Central Washington. Now let's send it down to field with Tyler Chelsea.
AppleSox fans over at first.
First of 3 games between the AppleSox and Bells to wrap up the home part of the schedule for the AppleSox here in the West Coast League. They'll head to Kelowna on Monday and play 3 games against the Falcons. Our broadcast here on the NCWLIFE Channel brought to you in part by Abby's Pizza. For more than 50 years, Abby's has proudly served the Northwest with toppings to the edge, 100% real cheese, and freshly rolled dough. Order online at abbys.com. So Brandon Lane
is on the bases, and it looks to me like we got Lucas Naley is behind the plate.
Okay, thank you. Was that Dylan that helped us out?
Yep.
Lucas
Naley.
Okay, got it. And here we go to the top half of the
almost bounced out of his glove, was hit that hard.
And a line drive right to Izzy Madriaga. And for Izzy, that's probably one of the easiest plays he'll make.
Yeah, right. I don't know. That thing was coming pretty hot. What was that?
Was.
We always talk about
exit velocity.
Exit velocity, and you know what? It wasn't updated on that one. It's unfortunate because that ball is smacked.
But if you're Evan Canfield, he's thrown a lot of pitches through 2 innings so far. So
has.
1 pitch and 1 out is a lovely thing for the right-hander. This curveball is a little bit outside, I guess, to Gavin Long. 1-0 the count. Gavin is the one man who has scored. It was on his own hit, a line drive home run to right field back in the first. The only hit of the ball game so far. This pitch misses for a ball. 2-0 the count to Long. Senior out of Utah Tech. back in the left-handed batter's box. Wind kind of blowing in from the outfield right
which is rare.
Yeah, it's a kind of a northeast wind here at the ballpark, and that is not usual. This pitch misses for ball 3.
Yeah, Evan's been throwing quite a few pitches. Last inning he had 20, first inning he had 19, so I have him sitting at 43 already in the third inning, early in the third. You'd like to keep it to 15 max an inning, but he's been missing the strike zone just a little bit. So if he could get dialed in a little bit more, he's got good enough stuff to keep people off balance. So,
well, we talked about the AppleSox magic number coming in tonight to the game at 2 to wrap up at least a wild card seed. This pitch is in there for strike 2, 3-2 the count. So any combination of 2. So 2 wins by Wenatchee or 2 losses by Kamloops would put Wenatchee into the postseason right now as the number 4 wild card seed. And right now, Nanaimo helping the cause a little bit. They have tied it up. This pitch bounded over the mound and then squirts past the shortstop of Palaio and will be an infield single.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. That was going to be a tough play for whoever made that play, but both of them got to the point where they thought they were both going to make it, and then both of them thought the other person was going to make it. And so a little communication there could have helped out, but either way, I don't know if we would have gotten the out anyway. That was tough.
Left fielder with some speed on the base pass. So
yeah, and I'm glad Evan Canfield stayed healthy on that too, because that was hard jumping up and backwards on the mound. That was tough.
1 on and 1 out, and this pitch is high for a ball to Andrew Lamb. Lamb grounded out to second, and it was a beautiful play by Madriaga, who had to slide to his left on a knee, pirouette, and throw over to first base. Fantastic play by Madriaga back in the first. 1-0 count, pitch on the way, swung on and hit hard, but this one will be right at the center fielder, Adam Haight out there. So 2 outs here for the Bells in the third, brings up Noah Meffert. So Kamloops had the early lead in Nanaimo tonight, but the Night Owls have come back to tie it. So that game's 1-1 in the bottom of the third. That's the one we're watching.
Yeah.
We don't really care about what's happening with the rest of the West Coast League because, realistically, the AppleSox are not going to win the second half title. Victoria is on fire. Edmonton's keeping pace. It's between those two who are just a game apart. This pitch swung on and a fly ball to right field. And looking up into our mixed sky is Davis DeRico. He'll make the catch for the out, and that'll do it here for Bellingham. They get a runner aboard on a base hit. They leave a man. We'll head to the bottom of the third, 1-0. Bells on top. You're watching West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether.
We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
Highlander Golf Course and Grill, located in East Wenatchee, offers terrific views and challenging play for golfers at every skill level. From the golf course to the grill, you don't need to be a member to dine in style and play golf too. Highlander's well-groomed fairways and greens keep it difficult, yet friendly for your regular rounds of golf or a new destination for you and your out-of-town friends. Contact the Highlander Pro Shop today to schedule your tee time, outing, or tournament. Open 7 days a week, where everyone is welcome to play and eat.
AppleSox Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel, brought to you in part by Tacos Chava. You love Tacos Chava in East Wenatchee. Let them cater your next event. Find them on Facebook by searching Tacos Chava East Wenatchee. That's Tacos, C-H-A-V-A, in East Wenatchee. And have Tacos Chava serve up your next meal. Theo Kim, Kanoa Murasaki, and Davis DeRico. Bottom part of the order for Coach Mitch Darlington, who's trying to reach the postseason for his 4th season in a row. He's already got the record. Nobody has done it in their first 3 seasons as an AppleSox coach, and he's trying to make it 4 in a row here. And I don't want to hedge any bets, but it's looking pretty good so far.
It is, yeah. And I've been thinking all night about us needing 2 wins, and how nice would it be to get them against Bellingham, who nipped us in the first half to take that title.
Yeah, it was kind of, we talk about this summer season as kind of a marathon. And all the games these guys play, a pop-up over behind third base, and a nice play by Aiden Aguayo. He had to run a long way to track that one down, and did he catch it in foul territory?
Yeah, well, if not, it was one step away. He did a really good job of getting himself going, so he was running in the direction of the ball. Got behind it instead of going sideways to it. Got himself going right there.
Little breeze coming in from center field, an odd breeze here tonight. Also tried to push the ball away from him a little bit as he was coming in towards foul territory. So Kanoa Morisaki steps up now. Catcher from the left side will take the first pitch, and it's in there for a strike. 0-1 the count to Morisaki. 6 foot, 180-pound junior from Cal State Bakersfield, batting .191 on the summer. Pitch by Moore on the way to him. Swung on a hit the pass.
Base knock there.
Shortstop will knock it down, but Morisaki aboard with an opposite field base hit. So the Sox first hit of the night comes with 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Yeah, that was just a great piece of hitting. He went inside out on that. That was a inside pitch and did a good job of keeping his hands inside that ball and just taking it to where it needed to go.
Davis DeRico steps up now, right fielder out of UC Irvine, batting .275 on the summer and limited time for Wenatchee. Morisaki with some speed on the base paths. The first pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1 to count to DeRico. So the AppleSox, 2 more wins in their next 6 games, including the game here tonight, would get that postseason spot no matter what. I mean, there's an outside chance that something weird would happen where they could win the second half title, but really difficult. Swing and a miss here. Well, especially when you've got Edmonton and Vancouver or Victoria playing each other for the final 4 games. So one of those 2 is probably going to win the second half title.
Yeah, because how many games are we back of? Let me check it out here. Standings.
Going into tonight, we're, I think 4 games behind Victoria in the second half standings?
We're 4 games behind Edmonton, 5 behind Victoria.
Oh, so,
in the second half, so.
Yeah, it's, not going to happen. Pitch here, swung on a miss, and so gone is DeRico for the second out. Back to the top of the order for Adam Haight, who flew out to center back in the first. I mean, it became such a regular thing when Ed Nags was the coach here. I mean, not just to get to the postseason, but to win. I mean, he won 5 titles while he was here for those 14 years. And a pickoff move over to first. I'll tell you, if the first baseman, Andrew Lamb, gets that glove over quicker, he's got Morisaki dead to rights over there at first base. Good move by Moore, the pitcher.
He had to reach out for that ball just a little bit more than he wanted to and wasn't able to get it back.
So Trevor Moore might be 0-2 on the summer, but has earned that 2.92 ERA, and I can see why.
Yeah, he's done
a really
good
far
job
through 2 2/3.
We still haven't had a ball hit hard off of him.
Pitch on the way, curveball misses low for a ball. 1-1 to count to Adam Haight.
It almost looks to me like he's showing his curveball here. He'll tuck that wrist pretty hard when he throws that curveball, and I don't know if the hitters can see it because it's hidden behind his body or not, but you see it was a little bit more free there on his fastball, and his curveball's a little bit stiffer with the wrist. Man, the Mariners, what a great pickup this last week and a half.
Eugenio Suarez makes his return to Seattle, and the story on the plane was fantastic. This pitch is high for ball 4.
Well, and Josh Naylor also being part of the squad. That's
yes.
He's no slouch either.
There was a lot of the national writers that were saying just the not Josh Naylor move made Seattle one of the front runners for the American League, and now that they ended up getting Eugenio Suarez. For those who don't know, this happened on Wednesday. The Mariners are in Sacramento playing the Athletics and lose the game 5-4. So after the game's over, they wanted to fly out of Sacramento, but there's a restriction at that airport. They have a curfew because
really?
it's in a neighborhood. So after a certain time of night, you can't fly in or out.
Right.
So they had to bus over to find their plane at a different airport. So they get there. The entire team's on the plane along with the media and everybody else, and they're waiting to fly home. And this is after the end of a, six-game road trip down to Anaheim to play the Angels and then Sacramento to play the Athletics. Pitch here swung on and fouled. So they get on the plane, doors closed, they're all waiting. And waiting. And they
up to a half an hour, right?
Yeah, they found out in the clubhouse after the game was over that all the social media, everybody's saying, hey, Eugenio Suarez is coming back to Seattle. So they're all excited about that, but they have no idea why they're sitting on the ground. So finally, door pops open. Here, boarding the plane is Eugenio Suarez, his wife, and their daughters.
That's crazy.
And the whole plane erupts in cheers, and Eugenio Suarez walks the entire length of the plane, hugging every single person on board.
Yeah.
I think he's happy to be home.
I think he is. I saw a thing of him where he got to the field and just stood there and said, Seattle!
And ended up with a double last night in the Mariners' 6-0 win. Scored the Mariners' first run of the ball game. 3-2 the count here to Cade Martinez. Cade 0 for 1 tonight with a ground out to short. Wenatchee with a runner in scoring position. Runners at first and second with 2 outs here in the third, trying to get more and get this game even. Pitch on the way, swung on and missed, and that'll do it for Wenatchee. And a strikeout for Trevor Moore is his second of this inning. We will head to the fourth here in Wenatchee with the Bells leading at 1-0. You're watching West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
You trust the same doctor for your health and the same dentist for your smile. Trust Global Car Care to keep your vehicle running strong. We track your car's history so it gets the right care at the right time. With our 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty on parts and labor, you'll drive away with confidence. Global Car Care, your automotive experts. We service all makes and models, but specialize in Sprinter vans, Mercedes, Audi, Volkswagen, and BMW. Call or visit us today.
The agents of Kennedy Real Estate Group are committed to providing the ideal client experience. We believe in the power of relationships. Why? Because we don't just work here, we live here. From the nonprofits we serve, the parks where we play, and the local businesses we support, our team understands the value of living in the Wenatchee Valley. Let's begin your real estate story.
Our broadcast of West Coast League Baseball tonight on the NCWLIFE Channel, brought to you in part by Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air. Give them a call at 509-662-6842. Along with Brandon Schmitten, Eric Granstrom with you, Blake Balls, Nate Kirkpatrick, and Rob Jacobson due up middle of the order here for Coach Nags and the Bellingham Bells. Bellingham already, and that's such an advantage to wrap up the first half title, because you get automatic bid to the postseason. You get the number 1 seed no matter what happens to you in the second half.
Right.
That's huge.
It is, and the number 1 seed gives you one road game, and then you have a doubleheader.
Yep.
Or not a doubleheader, but the next 2 games.
You play 2 games if necessary at home, and then you would host, if you advance, you would host for the North Division title.
Right. And the only thing that I can see is a little bit of complacency, saying, "Hey, we already got this," but Ed's been there, done that. He doesn't let guys get complacent. So.
No, definitely not. 0-1 pitch on the way. Fastball misses outside for a ball. 1-1 to count to Blake Balls, who popped up in foul territory to third baseman Cade Martinez for the final out back in the first.
We talked pitch count in last inning. Evan had 10 pitches after a long at bat for Gavin Long. He had a long at bat for him, and then went 2 pitches, 1 pitch to finish it off. So
that helps.
That helps a lot.
1-2 the count as Canfield brings, and this pitch misses just outside for a ball. 2-2 the count to balls. Junior out of UCLA with 18 walks on the summer, so he's used to getting a free pass over to first base. Ball's leading it off here in the fourth for Bellingham. Pitch on the way, swung on and grounded to the first base side, and there's where that screen in front of the dugout certainly comes in handy.
Yeah.
That's brand new this year to the ballpark.
And it's, as we were talking earlier, it's a very comfortable height for those players to stand. If you have a bunch of short people, it doesn't fit very well, but the height of these players is perfect, right at their elbows.
Pitch on the way here, swung on and fouled back, so the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. Ed Nags in the third base coach's box just below us here in our location on top of the third base dugout. Looked up and gave me a sign.
He sees you.
2-2 count to balls. Nate Kirkpatrick waiting on deck here for Bellingham. Bellingham used to have a lot of blue in their uniforms. Pitch here bounces in for a ball. 3-2 the count to balls. But they show up tonight with their workout clothes on and all in black. Kind of had a Raider effect to them.
You know, I bet you the original reason they were blue was because they were a Mariners farm club.
Yep.
Before the AppleSox took over that.
Pitch here, strike 3 called, and Balls thought it was ball 4, but no. Strikeout for Evan Canfield, and that is his 3rd strikeout to the ball game. And 1 out here in the 4th inning brings up Nate Kirkpatrick.
Funny, Ken Griffey Jr. played for the Bellingham Bells before he went to the AppleSox, right?
I saw him play at Joe Martin Field.
Did you really?
Yes, I did.
As we talked about last broadcast, I think. Probably broke a bat or two, didn't he?
Yes. And it wasn't the Bells. It was the Bellingham Mariners.
Oh, it was?
Uh-huh. Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yep. The the Bell name has been around a long time. Pitch here swung on it, chopped off the end of the bat to the first baseman. Theo Kim will take to the bag himself. 3 unassisted for the putout. Bellingham Bells was a, what do you want to call it?
Just to play on Bellingham, right?
Well, yeah, but I mean, they've been around that name and baseball in Bellingham. It's been around for, you go back to the Spokane Chiefs days, or the Wenatchee Chiefs days here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean,
1950s.
50s. Yeah. And I can't remember the level of baseball, but it was summer baseball, basically kind of summer collegiate baseball.
Yeah.
Way back then.
Yeah, because the Chiefs, that was actually a minor league.
Yes, it was.
Yes, it was. Minor league meaning professional.
Right. This pitch swung on a hit, but foul up the first base side. So the count 1-1, is it?
Yep, 1-1.
To Rob Jacobson, who is 0 for 1 with a strikeout back in the 2nd inning. 2 down for the Bells here in the 4th. 1-0. Bellingham on top thanks to the Gavin Long solo home run with 1 out in the top of the 1st. Here comes the 1-1 pitch from Canfield. Swung on a foul. Boy, he was behind that one.
He pulled the string on that. I thought that was a changeup or off-speed pitch. Let's see.
What do they tell us? What do they tell us?
They tell us
on
that
TrackMan.
They're gonna
say TrackMan is down.
Pause it for a second and make us wonder forever.
1-2 the count to Jacobson here. Canfield looking for his 4th strikeout. And the pitch on the way, swung on, popped up, foul and out of play. Kanoa Morisaki didn't know where it was at first. The catcher for the AppleSox. So he stands up, turns around. The umpire didn't know where it was either, so he's depending on Morisaki to find it so it doesn't clonk him on the head. Count remains at 1 ball and 2 strikes to Jacobson. Canfield ready, and the pitch on the way is swung on and missed, and gone is Jacobson, and so are the Bells here in the 4th. on the 4th strikeout of the game by Evan Canfield. We'll take a break and come back. To the bottom of the 4th we go. 1-0 Bells on top. You're watching West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Les Schwab changed the tire game more than 70 years ago. Today, we still believe you should get more from less. Like more hustle, less hassle. More of the best service around, less of the runaround. Because we include America's best tire warranty in every tire we sell. So you get more unbeatable warranty, less charging you extra. It's why we're more than proud to say, you get more from less.
Whether you're a new homeowner or looking to update, Save Mart in Wenatchee has everything you need. From top-of-the-line appliances to comfy mattresses and stunning furniture that fits your style, they have it all under one roof. With great deals and expert customer service, you'll find the perfect pieces for your space and your budget. Save Mart, your local destination for quality appliances, mattresses, and furniture at prices you'll love.
To the 4th we go. Bellingham on top 1-0 on the virtue of a solo home run, and that is one of just 2 hits in the ballgame for either squad, by the way. Izzy Madriaga, Evan Cloyd, and Jihi Lee do appear in the 4th for the AppleSox. Our broadcast brought to you in part by Apple Valley Honda. Test drive a new Honda today at Apple Valley Honda in East Wenatchee. They're committed to preserving the environment not only with fuel-efficient vehicles, but also other eco-friendly actions and alternatives. Along with Brandon Schmitten, Eric Granstrom with you here on the NCWLIFE Channel as Trevor Moore has put him up and put him down so far for Bellingham on the mound. Has surrendered just a little weak base hit to Kanoa Morisaki the opposite way. That's it.
Yeah, Wenatchee base had on balls. That's
and a
our
walk.
Only 2 runners.
Yeah, that is it. A couple of strikeouts as well for Moore tonight. And here he comes with the first pitch of the bottom of the 4th, and it is high for a ball. 1-0 the count. Izzy 0 for 1 with a ground out to the first baseman back in the 1st. As Moore started the ball game out by retiring the first 7 hitters he faced. This pitch misses low as well. Wenatchee was a little more aggressive early in the going, and maybe they got the conversation going in the dugout.
Make him throw pitches.
Let's make this guy throw a few more.
Yeah.
2-0 the count to Madriaga, the reigning West Coast League Player of the Week, and this pitch taken outside for ball 3.
No arguments by anybody there. It looked pretty good from our vantage point, but it was outside. And again, when nobody shrugs, then you know it's a ball. It's hard to tell 90 feet away, isn't it, Eric?
Yeah, and especially with our vantage here on top of the third base dugout. Kind of watch the catcher's glove to see if he, brings it in, brings it out. This pitch swung on a ground to the right side. Second baseman will field it, and Jacobson will throw over to first baseman Andrew Lamb on time. 4-3 on the put out. 1 out for the AppleSox here in the 4th. Brings up Evan Cloyd. A lot of ground balls for this guy.
Yes, there have been a lot of ground balls. What do we have?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
2 pop outs?
6 ground ball outs.
Yeah, and 2 fly outs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always love going to a Mariners game. Somebody's sitting up in the upper deck down the right field line and yelling
about outside. This pitch, and guess who it hits?
Weird.
Evan Cloyd, 8th time this summer he's been hit by a pitch. Well, and that's not Evan being too close on the plate. That plunked him right between the numbers on the back of his uniform.
Yeah, that was quite a bit inside, that's for sure.
So 1 aboard with 1 out for the AppleSox here in the 4th. Brings up Jihi Lee, who grounded out to the first baseman unassisted to back in the 2nd inning. Pitch on the way to him here is low and outside.
I know Evan doesn't run exceptionally well as far as still on bases wise, but getting somebody on and just having that mix up from the pitcher, him having to think now of somebody on base, that's a significant difference than just being nice and relaxed and throwing. You got that Nanaimo Kamloops score, Eric?
I'm looking up a number for Mr. Canfield here real quick.
Gotcha. You had mentioned it was 3-1, or
yeah, it was 3-1.
Took the lead, right?
Nanaimo had taken the lead. Let me get back to that real quick.
We got 3-1. Nanaimo's ahead.
Okay, There you go. That is in the top of the fourth in Nanaimo tonight. 1 and 2 the count here. Pitch swung on and grounded slowly to the left side. Third baseman will field, throw to second for 1, and no relay to first.
It's a good play.
So Lee aboard on a fielder's choice, 5-4 on the putout.
That was a great feed by the third baseman there too, as he was leading the second baseman up the base path there to enable him to throw or to turn the double play, but just hit slowly that there was no opportunity there. But
so 2 out for the AppleSox, and Elijah Pelayo will step up. He's 0 for 1 with a ground out. Big hole to the right side of the infield. Pitch swung on and missed, in the count 0-1 to Pelayo. Other scores tonight from the West Coast League. Portland leading at Marionberries tonight 5-1. Victoria at Port Angeles trailing right now 3-0. Of course, we talked about they and Edmonton coming down to the wire in the second half standings. Edmonton is home tonight, and they're leading Kelowna in the top of the fifth 3-0. So Edmonton a chance to catch Victoria if Port Angeles can pull off the upset.
Yeah, and that would be an upset too, because Port Angeles is
they have struggled
a little bit this year.
AppleSox coming off of a series win at Port Angeles this week. You know, it's interesting, the West Coast League website and their point streak ability to track the games and everything else. Something happened at Port Angeles. I don't know. And I haven't had a chance to talk to the coaching staff about what exactly happened in the 11th inning the other night in Port Angeles. There is no record on the website about how Wenatchee scored 5 runs.
Really?
Yeah. There is no game log that's posted online. So have no idea, but Wenatchee came back, scored 5 runs in the 11th, and won the game 10-6.
Wow.
Yeah. Interesting wrap up to that series.
And much needed win, too.
Yeah, definitely so. That combined with another Kamloops loss made the magic number, well, actually, it was 3 at that point, and then after Nanaimo, or at Kamloops lost last night again, that dropped the number to 2 coming into tonight. This pitch swung on a fly ball to right center. Long run for everybody out there. And center fielder's going to come up with it.
Well.
Brock Sell with a good read on that ball. And that'll be the final out here in the 4th inning. AppleSox leave a man aboard. We will head to the 5th frame. 1-0 Bells on top. You're watching West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Get set, go!
Les Schwab changed the tire game more than 70 years ago. Today, we still believe you should get more from less. Like more hustle, less hassle. More of the best service around, less of the runaround. Because we include America's best tire warranty in every tire we sell. So you get more unbeatable warranty, less charging you extra. It's why we're more than proud to say, you get more from less.
Whether you're a new homeowner or looking to update, Save Mart in Wenatchee has everything you need. From top-of-the-line appliances to comfy mattresses and stunning furniture that fits your style, they have it all under one roof. With great deals and expert customer service, you'll find the perfect pieces for your space and your budget. Save Mart, your local destination for quality appliances, mattresses, and furniture at prices you'll love.
Come. Well, here we go to the 5th frame. New pitcher in the ballgame for the Wenatchee AppleSox is Carson Bozel, the 6'5", 210-pound junior, heading to the University of Washington. Has a record of 2-4 on the summer with a 4.44 earned run average. He has worked only in relief, making his 13th appearance of the summer, 28 1/3 innings pitched. Has given up 34 hits, has struck out 31, has 13 walks, and that 4.44 earned run average. He's had a little bit of a shaky last couple of outings.
Yeah, he has. He was an all-star at the break this year, and started off really hot. And like you said, he came in the one game that we were broadcasting and gave up a couple runs, but he's definitely capable of shutting teams down. So that's the unfortunate thing. You go out there, they don't throw that many pitches or that many innings throughout this summer. So you have one bad outing or two bad outings, then your ERA climbs pretty quick. It's hard to bring down, but it climbs pretty quick.
So Evan Canfield goes 4 innings tonight, allowed the 1 run on 2 hits, struck out 4, walked 2. So Canfield's night is over as Carson Bozel takes over now, and he will face Ramonic Kiban, and the first pitch is a fastball in there for a strike, 0-1 to count. And what do you say all the time, Coach?
First pitch strike.
First pitch strike. When you got a guy coming in fresh out of the bullpen. 0-1 to count to Kiban here, and the pitch on the way, swung on and fouled away, and the count quickly in Bozel's favor at 0-2.
Yeah, Evan Canfield, despite that one hit that he gave up, well, he gave up 2 hits on the night, but that one that he gave up in that first inning to Gavin Long, he threw exceptionally well tonight.
Pitch swung on a foul on the first base side, 0-2. The count remains to Kiban here. Mariners on top of Texas in the bottom of the second inning, 1-0. I don't know how that run scored, but that's still good news for Mariner fans. Logan Gilbert on the mound tonight for Seattle.
Cole Young walked, scoring Eugenio Suarez.
So the bases were loaded.
Yeah.
Swing and a miss here, so the first batter faced by Bozel is a strikeout. That's the 5th strikeout of the ball game, so free stuff being tossed out to the crowd here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. So 1 out in the 5th, and you get a guy that comes in and throws some fire like Bozel does.
Oh, yeah.
That can help fire up the offense too. If you can get a 1-2-3 inning, get out and get back and get some offense going.
Yes, that would be that's what we need. We need a
pitch swung on and popped up in the infield. Shortstop moving over is Pelayo. He'll make the catch in the grass in shallow left.
Yeah, we talk about that every once in a while about how great play in the infield or a great play in the outfield or a big strikeout will really turn the tide mentally for us offensively as well as it did defensively. So we're looking for something big here. Like you said, a 1-2-3 inning would be really nice for us.
2 outs for the Bells. Back to the top of the order for Aiden Aguayo. And the first pitch misses for a ball. 1-0 the count to Aguayo, who is 0 for 2 tonight with a strikeout and a line out.
Line drive, that ball was hot off the bat.
Right to Madriaga at second base. Here comes the 1-0 pitch on the way. Swung on and a line drive right to the shortstop, Pelayo. And, just what the doctor ordered there, Coach. A 3-up, 3-down inning for Wenatchee's defense. They'll go back on offense here as we head to the bottom of the 5th. 1-0 Bells on top. It's West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
For over 35 years, the Sangster family has been not only representing GMC, but the entire community.
As one of the few family-owned dealerships in Washington, you can count on our personal integrity, which has spanned over 3 generations, to ensure your satisfaction.
Sangster Motors stands behind everything we sell, from GMC professional-grade products and service from a professional-grade dealership.
Remember, caring about your family is what brings you back to ours.
There's no place like home, because home is where we're totally comfortable. It's where we can be ourselves and let our guards down. It's where we make memories, and we're always imagining new ways to keep it totally comfortable. Carrier, total comfort, totally happy.
Call Alpine Air Heating and Cooling today. Your comfort is their priority.
So here we go to the bottom of the 5th inning for the Wenatchee AppleSox. Trevor Moore continues to pitch for the Bells, and it will be the bottom of the order due up for Wenatchee. Theo Kim, Kanoa Morisaki, and Davis DeRico. Our broadcast here on the NCWLIFE Channel brought to you in part by Save Mart. Shop smart, shop local, serving the Wenatchee Valley since 1962. You're in Eastmont. Grad, right?
Yep.
So you grew up here?
I did, yeah. I was born in Pullman, Washington, and then moved here, I think, when I was like 2 or 3 months old, and went to elementary school, middle school, junior high, high school, and then went away and then came back 10 years later and started teaching. Yeah.
Here you are.
27 years later, I'm still teaching.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Good for you. You've got a birthday celebration you're going to next weekend.
Yes.
I'm going to an anniversary of also a teacher, a good friend of mine who teaches out in Kashmir, Karen Blumquist.
Okay.
She and her husband Lee are having their 40th wedding anniversary next weekend. So happy anniversary.
Congratulations to them.
Yeah.
40 years.
That's incredible.
Yes, it is.
1-1 here, the count to Theo Kim, who popped out to the shortstop. Swing and a miss here, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. I'll tell you, Trevor Moore.
Oh, man.
He doesn't throw hard, but boy, he's got some stuff, doesn't
he? He really does.
Kim back in the left-handed batter's box, and this pitch bounces in well short of the plate, and the count goes to 2-2.
That's a good way to make an umpire upset, is have a ball go by the catcher and drill the umpire in the shins.
Yeah.
Maybe that'll be helpful for us. Maybe that's the advantage we needed.
Need to drill the umpire.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's an unsung job, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Bells do have a right-hander warming up down to the bullpen behind Trevor Moore. Here comes the 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed. So a strikeout is the first out here of the 5th inning. And that strikeout is the 3rd of the ball game for Trevor Moore. That'll bring up Kanoa Morisaki, who has Wenatchee's only hit tonight. Base hit opposite way.
Yeah, did a good job of keeping his hands inside of that.
Well, the guy who throws junk like this pitch is a little bit low for a ball. 1-0 the count. Are you surprised they're not up in the box more? I mean, they're way back in the back of the box.
You know, he throws it pretty stiff when he throws it, though. So if he throws his fastball, he's throwing like that was a nasty pitch right there. It looked like a slider at 85 miles an hour. But when he decides to throw his fastball, he's throwing his fastball in the low to mid 90s. So it's not like he's a slouch out there, just trying to mix in curveballs and off-speed pitches.
Well, the Rangers have tied up the ball game as a former Mariner comes through for the Rangers. Rowdy Tellez with an RBI single. It's now tied 1-1 in the top of the 3rd. Pitch on the way, swung on a hit back past the mound. Second baseman over to his right field, flags, throws, and it goes off the first baseman's glove. Oh my, that should have been a spectacular play by Rob Jacobson out there at second base. But unfortunately, the first baseman kind of made a stab at it, and the ball goes off the heel of his glove. So safe at first base is Morisaki.
Okay, that was a great play. That has to be an error because he clearly had him out. Now, the ball bounced going over there on purpose, I think, by the second baseman because that's an easier throw. Who do you give that error to?
First baseman.
Even though the ball bounced. That's the
ball hit
issue.
him in the glove. Should have gloved it.
Yeah.
Should have had
it. I totally understand what you're saying. But
they're going to give an error on the throw, aren't they?
I don't know. That's my question on
snap throw down to first on a bunt attempt as the batter misses it. And safe back at first base is Morisaki. So I'll just put an E there.
Let's put an E3 because that ball should be caught. That was a great play by the second baseman.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But
I was getting ready to put a star down there. For that
you understand my thought process behind that, right?
Absolutely. Pitch on the way, bunted right back to the mound. Pitcher off the mound will field and throw, and it's in time. Down to second base goes Morisaki. Do you call that a sacrifice? I mean, It's an out, and the runner moved up.
Yeah. I don't know if that's exactly what
traditional.
Mitch was, yeah, because, I mean, you sacrifice with nobody out. Typically, you wouldn't do it with.
Well, it's a 1-0
out.
ball game. You got a runner in scoring position now, even though there is two outs, and you're going to the top of the order.
Yeah.
Adam Haight, batting .229, steps in. He'll take the first pitch. It's in there for a strike.
I would bet that if Mitch was giving that, he's saying, "Hey, it needs to be on the line. Needs to be a base hit if you're gonna do it." And unfortunately, it wasn't up the line enough.
Yeah, it was right back to the mound.
Yeah.
Pitch here is in for strike 2, so Haight behind in the count at 0-2. After he walked in the third following a fly out to start the ball game back in the first inning. Moore is going to step off here. Adam Haight taking a little extra time at the plate. Wenatchee just looking for a seeing eye single to get a run in and tie this ball game. 2 outs, 1 aboard, bottom of the 5th inning.
I would accept a little lollipop over the first baseman's head right here.
There you go. Pitch by Moore on the way, swung on, and a broken bat goes off the third baseman's glove.
No, you better hold up.
And the runner is off the bag too far and out at third. My, oh my. Mitch Darlington having a word with Morisaki over there at third base. It was,
E5 and then...
and, you know, and that's a tough error to give to the third baseman.
With a bat flying at your head?
You got a bat that broke in half and is flying out to the field. So definitely distracted was Kirkpatrick, but then he wisely gets the ball back, and they get the out at third base after Morisaki went too far. So 6-5.
Heads up play there by the shortstop.
Oh, absolutely.
Hustling over, making that, and then throwing that ball back to Kirkpatrick, who didn't give up on the play. That's good to see by him.
The AppleSox can't take advantage of 2 errors in that inning, and we will head to the 6th inning of play. Bellingham leading it 1-0. It's AppleSox baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Welcome to the summer of good. Good people, good taste, good vibes, and good, well, everything. When you're ready for some old-fashioned good, Abby's is your place. We've been celebrating summers around the P&W for over 60 years. At Abby's, good is a legendary tradition.
Holy pepperoni, Abby Man. It's the hometown hero bursting onto the scene this July at a special price, starring classic pepperoni, green peppers, and Italian sausage. One bite and wham. Don't miss the summer's biggest blockbuster. The hometown hero has arrived at Abby's.
If you're just joining us, the ball game's 1-0 with Bellingham getting the lone run from the leadoff batter here in the 6th inning. That was back in the first on a solo home run to right on the first pitch to him from Evan Canfield with 1 out in the top of the 1st inning. That's the only scoring so far. So here we go to the 6th inning as Gavin Long comes back up for the 3rd time. He's 2 for 2 in the ball game with a home run, a base hit, an RBI, and a run scored.
With their only 2 hits on the day.
Yeah. So he steps up. He'll face Carson Bosel for the first time, and the right-hander's delivery is a little bit high for a ball as Gavin Long squaring to bunt.
I love to see that by Gavin Long as a player. Just now look what Cade Martinez did. He had to nestle in here a little bit closer just in case, and I would bet that Gavin hasn't bunted a lot. But just to show that has now given him a better opportunity on a flare down this third baseline.
1-1 the count here to Gavin Long as Cade Martinez now backs up. He was even with the bag in the last pitch and now comes scooting in a little bit. Pitch on the way, swung on, and a fly ball to the left side. Ji-Hee Lee looked like he was kind of confused for a moment as to where it was.
I wasn't sure if he was throwing his hands up like I can't see it or I got it, get out of here.
Well, we'll just assume it was I got it.
Yeah.
So 1 out here for the Bells brings up Andrew Lamb. Yeah, 2 hits for Bellingham in the ball game and 1 hit for Wenatchee. It has been kind of a pitcher's night tonight.
Ironically, they gave us a hit
they
on
did?
one of those plays.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know which one, but I'm sorry, but I'm disagreeing with the official on that.
Andrew Lamb takes strike 1 to him. He's 0 for 2 tonight. Spectacular play by Madriaga to get him out in the first and then a line out to center in the third. He'll take this pitch low.
Carson's done a really good job coming in here throwing strikes and forcing swings. If you get ahead in the count, then it's going to force swings. And first inning he had 6 pitches, and this inning he's at 5 right now, but throwing a lot of strikes in those.
The 1-1 pitch on the way by Bozel is in there for a strike. The count to ball and 2 strikes. Is that looked like it fooled Andrew Lamb quite a bit.
It did, yeah. Yeah, nice off-speed pitch there. I don't know if that was his curveball or slider. It looked like a slider just by the motion of it.
Pitch on the way, swung on and missed, and he was behind that fastball.
94-mile-an-hour fastball after a couple of sliders early in the count. You're going to be right.
So 2 strikeouts in relief here for Carson Bozel. That'll bring up Noah Meffert. Right fielder is 0 for 1 tonight. He walked back in the first and then flew out to right in the third. Appreciate you joining us all summer long here on the NCWLIFE Channel. This is our last regular season broadcast. We're hoping to be back here next Friday. Pitch here is a strike called in the count 0-1 to Meffert. If Wenatchee is able to get that 4th spot, this 4th seed, the 2nd wild card playoff spot, they would host the Bells again next Friday at 6:35 in Game 1 of a best-of-3 series. Right here at Paul Thomas.
Which is advantageous if we can play the Bellingham instead of have to go to Edmonton to play.
Yeah, this pitch misses for a ball. 2-1 the count to Meffert. 2 down here in the 6th.
All of these games are not exactly close, but Edmonton is not a hop, skip, and a jump. It's a bus ride and a flight.
Yeah, definitely. This pitch swung on and grounded through for a base hit. So the 3rd hit of the night comes here with 2 outs in the 6th inning. Seeing I singled there for Meffert, and that'll bring up Blake Balls. Our broadcast here on the NCWLIFE Channel brought to you in part by Sangster Motors, family owned and operated, home of the all-new electric Hummer pickup and SUV. Also by Les Schwab, having the right set of tires and wheels on your vehicle, just part of essential safety. Les Schwab takes your safety seriously. Stop by today. 2 outs, 1 aboard. And the pitch to Balls on the way by Carson Bozel is in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Took a little bit off of that one.
It's good to see Bellingham has somebody throwing in the bullpen. I don't know what their stats are, but the way that Moore has been pitching against us tonight, it'd be nice to see somebody else get up on the bump.
Yeah, Wenatchee has not had a lot of success against their starter tonight, that is for sure. So here we are. Top of the 6th inning, 2 outs for Bells. Runner aboard, and a 0-1 pitch from Bozel is
good pitch.
A little outside for a ball. 1-1 to Blake Balls. Blake popped up in foul territory to the 3rd baseman back of the 1st and struck out looking in the 4th. AppleSox pitching staff with 6 strikeouts here tonight, in told. Pitch on the way. Boy, that looked pretty good. I guess missing for ball 2. 2-1 the count. We're having some problems with our microphone behind home plate tonight. Apologies for not getting the sounds of the game as much as we normally do. But for some reason, that is cutting out behind home plate and giving us a lot of static here.
I like to see Boyd keeping him close, or excuse me, Bozel keeping him close over there at first base.
2-1 the count to Blake Balls. Bozel set, and the pitch on the way. Swung on and hit to the right side, and second baseman over to field. Nice play over there by Izzy Madriaga. And not an easy one, moving to his left. Comes up with the ball and makes a strong throw to get it the outs. So they leave a man, does Bellingham. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is 1-0 Bells. You're watching West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Hey, man. How's it going?
Getting better, actually, thanks.
Did they give you anything for pain after surgery? Because I think I may have some left over.
Nah, that's all right, man. Actually, me and my doctor talked about not sharing prescriptions, and that ibuprofen is a good option for me. The risk of addiction is not worth it.
Makes sense.
Take the next step. Don't share your prescriptions and talk to your friends about the dangers of opioids.
Now's the time to get a great deal on taking care of your property. You need the #1 selling subcompact tractor in the U.S. so you can do it all and do it right. Z-Series mowers that deliver a quality cut, and Sidekick utility vehicles where durability meets speed. Right now, bring home select Kubota equipment with 0% financing available or save up to $2,500.
New pitcher in the ballgame here for Bellingham, the 6', 185-pound junior from Stetson University, Lathan Haywood, will take over on the mound here. The AppleSox breathe a sigh of relief after sending Trevor Moore to the dugout. He goes 5 innings tonight, does not allow a run, and just the 1 base hit. The scoreboard giving the AppleSox a hit on one of those plays that we thought was an error last inning. I'm going to put him down for 1 hit and 3 strikeouts for Moore. So Haywood on the summer 1-1 record with an 8.1 earned run average, making his 6th appearance in relief. He's pitched 10 innings, has allowed 12 hits, has 2 walks and 8 strikeouts.
Homegrown kid for Bellingham. If I saw that correct. Bremerton, excuse me. Yeah. Bremerton, not Bellingham. The bees are over there.
It's on the sound. So
yeah.
Cade Martinez will try to turn this game around here offensively for the AppleSox. He'll lead it off here in the bottom of the 6th as the Sox trail at 1-0. And the first pitch is low and outside for a ball. 1-0 the count as Martinez squares to bunt, and he'll pull the third baseman Nate Kirkpatrick a little closer. 1-0 the count. Izzy Madriaga and Evan Cloyd due up as well here in the 6th for the AppleSox. Pitch on the way inside. Like it was going to hit Martinez the way he buckled away from that one.
Yeah, I would have liked to see him lean into that pitch. That's an important get base runner right there. Yeah,
definitely so. This pitch is a called strike, so the count goes to 2-1 on Martinez. Cade 0 for 2 tonight. Ground out to the strikeout.
He's the guy to start a rally for us, though, isn't he?
Well, he'll take strike 2 here, so the count evens to him at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good news, AppleSox fans. Nanaimo leading Kamloops tonight at Sir Oxman Stadium, 5-1. That is in the top of the 6th inning. Pitch here swung on a foul at the plate by Martinez. Again, the AppleSox magic number to clinch a postseason spot is 2 coming into tonight. So if Kamloops loses, that would cut it to 1.
Yeah, and we win and we're in.
Yep. Pitch here swung on a grounded to the shortstop. In on the ball is the man over there, Aiden Aguayo, and he'll make a strong throw. And that's that true bounce you get now here at Paul Thomas that you couldn't really count on in the past.
Yeah, but I was going to mention something about this, but we went to break. Him and Izzy, both on those last 2 plays, if you recognize their hands, they went and got the ball. So on a good field or bad field, they're going to field those because that hop goes immediately into their glove instead of trying to play it as it's coming up into the air.
Sure.
So both of them were great. Well, very well played.
So you're saying, Coach, charge it.
Get a good hop. So sometimes you have to sit back. Sometimes you charge it. Because sometimes it's, charge the ball, but you're charging the ball to get yourself into a bad situation. So, charge when necessary, sit back when necessary. And that takes a lot of practice.
You have to make that decision in a split second, by the way. This pitch is in there for a strike. 1-1 to count to Izzy Madriaga, who's 0 for 2 tonight with a couple of ground outs. He grounded out to first and to second, so he has pulled the ball twice tonight. The 1-1 count to him with Lathan Haywood delivering. Pitch swung on and hit towards the second baseman. Over to his right is Jacobson. Throw to first, a little bit high, but in time for the out. So 2 pitchers on the night for Bellingham and 2 guys throwing ground ball outs.
Oh, my goodness.
A lot of ground ball outs.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 balls have been hit on the ground tonight.
Yeah.
By us. 12 out of 21. That's pretty good pitching.
Evan Cloyd was hit by a pitch in his last at bat. He'll take strike 1 here from Haywood. 0-1 the count to Evan. Grounded out to third back in the second. This pitch he'll take for a ball. 1-1 the count. AppleSox have not had a lot of base runners tonight. Just 3 left on the base paths here this evening for Wenatchee. Had 2 aboard back in the third, couldn't score. Pitch here swung on and fouled away.
Ball back.
Ball and 2 strikes on Cloyd. Other games tonight, Portland leading at Marionberry's 10-4. That's in the top of the 5th. Port Angeles still leading Victoria 4-1. That's now in the bottom of the 6th. This pitch misses for ball 2 to Cloyd. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Corvallis at Springfield tonight leads that one by a score of 7-3. That's in the bottom of the 4th. Top of the 5th in Ridgefield tonight as Evan swings and misses on that one. Ridgefield is leading at home over Walla Walla 7-0. We'll get you the rest of the scores as we come back. As we head to the 7th here at Wenatchee with the Bells leading at 1-0. You're watching West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Hey, welcome back to Save Mart. What can we help you find today?
We're looking for a mattress.
Oh, right this way. We got a large selection. We have this pillow top here.
Oh, comfortable.
We have more to choose from down here.
Oh.
I think I have the perfect one over here for you.
I guess we'll take this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
At Kennedy Group, we understand that buying and selling is more than a transaction, and it's more than just a house. This is where you will gather with friends and family, and where a lifetime of memories will be made. But buying a home is more than memories. Oftentimes, it's your biggest financial decision. The agents at Kennedy Group understand this and provide real estate advice based on your goals and dreams. Call us today, and let's find your happy place.
1-0 as we head to the 7th inning of play. Nate Kirkpatrick, Rob Jacobson, and Romanik Kiban do up here, the 6, 7, and 8 batters for Bellingham. Our broadcast of NCWLIFE Channel Baseball brought to you by Kennedy Real Estate Group. They're more than selling houses, they're building communities. Buying or selling? Call Kennedy Real Estate Group. They're online at kennedygroup.com. That's KENADY group.com. With Brandon Schmitten, Eric Granstrom with you. As we're in the 7th, they are in the top of the 4th in Seattle. Texas now leads the Mariners 3-1 in Seattle tonight.
Yeah, we need to make a little bit of a run as far as the Mariners are concerned. That'd be nice to see. Because Texas is nipping right at our heels.
Exactly. And
Houston can't stop
the Rangers have some great pitching.
Yeah, they do.
Their pitchers are doing much better, honestly, than the Mariners. And this seeing eye single gets past the diving glove of Cade Martinez over at third base off the bat of Kirkpatrick. So he's aboard for the second time tonight to the leadoff single. Gives Bellingham a runner, and that brings up Rod Jacobson.
I can guarantee you with Ed and Eggs, they are going to be bunting right here. This is a hugely important run. Number 6 hitter in your lineup. Just go ahead and give away an out, and as you just pointed, Cade's in a perfect position here to field a bunt.
Bowles will come set. Here comes the pitch to the plate. Bunted up the first base side. Bowles will off the mound, will throw to the second baseman covering. And just as you mentioned there, Coach, sacrifice bunt completed successfully. 1-4 on the putouts, and down to second base goes Kirkpatrick. 1 out for the Bells. That'll bring up Ramadik Kiban, who is 0 for 2 tonight with a fly out and a strikeout. Catcher Kanoa Morisaki goes out to meet up with Carson Bozel. The umpire follows him out there.
Just talk about signs again so nobody gets crossed up.
Kirkpatrick with a lead at second. Palaio comes in behind him. Pitch by Bozel. Swung on and hit through for a base hit. And rounding third and heading for home is the runner. And the AppleSox now trail it 2-0 on the RBI single by Ramadik Kiban.
Exactly the reason right there why you end up sacrificing, right? You end up sacrifice bunting, giving up an out just to get your team in a position to get a run.
So 1 in for Bellingham here in the 7th, and that'll bring up Brock Sell. Sell is over, hit a couple of balls in the air, and he'll take the first pitch, missing for ball 1. Flew out to left in the 2nd and popped out to the shortstop in the 5th. Well, the wind started tonight coming in from right field. It then circled around and came in from center field, and now I just felt a little brush of wind at my back from the west.
Yeah.
Pitch here misses ball 2, 2-0 the count to Sell. Well, coming into tonight, the Mariners had the 3rd and final wild card spot after the win over Texas last night. They went into last night's game tied for that final wild card spot. Diving play by Adam Haight out in center field. He can't come up with a baseball. He's fortunate that that'll just go in as a single as he quickly gets up, gets the ball.
Yeah, that was fortunate that that thing didn't bounce too far away from him there.
As he dove for it, I don't know if it hit his glove after it hit the dirt in front of him. Somehow it slowed down.
It
had
did
to
slow down there, yeah.
Now we're going to get Quincy Vassar out to the mound for a visit with Carson Bozel, now with 2 runners aboard and back to the top of the order for the Bells. Our broadcast here tonight on the NCWLIFE Channel brought to you in part by Biosports Physical Therapy. Aquatherapy, sports biomechanics, orthopedic physical therapy, orthotics, all you need to keep moving. Find them online at biosports.net. They're open Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Well, this is the final homestand of the season, so come out to the ballpark. 6:35 game time tomorrow night and 5:35 wrapping it up on Sunday. Sunday, if I'm remembering correctly, is also Hawaiian night here at the ballpark.
Night. Throw a coconut, win yourself a trip to Hawaii.
Yes, with Sunny FM and Journey Travel, I want to say, is the travel agency involved in that.
I had the opportunity to throw the coconut one time. And
you did?
Yeah, my son's still mad at me that I overthrew it.
Pitch here is in for a strike from Carson Bozel, 0-1 the count to Aiden Aguayo. Aguayo's 0 for 3 tonight with a strikeout and a couple of lineouts. He's hit the ball hard when he's hit it, just right at people. Here comes
2
the
hard line drives.
0-1 pitch on the way by Bozel. He is in the dirt outside for a ball. Good stop by Morisaki. Keep the runners at first and second. 1 run in here on the RBI single by Caban. He's out there at second base right now. Sell following him up with a base hit. He's at first. Bozel set, and the right-hander's delivery is outside for a ball.
Okay.
2-1.
So I want you to pay attention to the runner at second base. The Yankees are notorious for this right now, giving signs. So we had that issue the other night with Munoz, who was tipping his pitches. So if you look at the runner at second base here, if you see him throw his arm out to the left, it's going to be an off-speed pitch. That's a fastball.
Pitch here is grounded up the third base side past the diving Cade Martinez. Going to score 1 at least as the Bells have extended their lead to 3-0 on the RBI double by Aiden Aguayo.
Yeah, as I was saying right there, he kept both of his arms down, so that was going to be a fastball. If he puts his arm out to the side, then he was doing that with his left hand, putting it back towards the base. And when he put it back towards the base, Bozel was throwing an off-speed pitch. And the Yankees just got called out for that, saying, hey, this is a bunch of garbage. And he's like, well, you know what? we're going to make it obvious. If you can't fix it, then that's your fault.
Infield drawn in all the way around now for Wenatchee with a runner at third base and at second base, and only one out in the inning, and Gavin Long at the plate. He's already got a home run tonight. He's 2 for 3 on the night. Pitch on the way by Bozel, swung on, popped up, foul territory, long run for Cade Martinez is going to get out of play.
Yeah, right here's where they need, I don't know if they're relaying in the pitches on second sign or whatever, but the runners at second base know exactly what's going on with the pitcher, and we need to recognize that and change up how we're calling in the pitches.
So Kanoa Morisaki is given the signs, and it's old-fashioned putting the fingers down.
So
no pitch calm here. Pitch on the way is a bunt attempt, and that was a suicide squeeze. And out coming home on the play is Sell, and a strike called to Gavin Long. 2 unassisted on the putout. Caught stealing is Sell, so that's 2 outs in the inning, and an 0-2 count on Gavin Long, and the runner at second stayed.
Yeah, that's big for him to stay there for us.
I'm not sure why he didn't come to third on the play.
Yeah.
I mean, the runner's, he's going to be either safe or out. There's going to be a play at home, so third base is open for you. Here comes Bozel's pitch on the way to the plate. Swung on and hit to the right side. Past the diving second baseman, Madriaga. Another run's going to score for Bellingham.
Good cutoff play
right there. And it is now a 4-1 game. They do get the out at second base, but another run will score on the play. And so the Bells plate 3 in the inning. They lead at 4-0 as we head to the bottom of the 7th. Fans will take their stretch here at the ballpark. You're watching West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
NCWLIFE Channel is your local TV station. We believe in being the spotlight and mirror to the communities we serve in North Central Washington. Programming on NCWLIFE would not be possible without our sponsors. Special thanks to our platinum sponsor, Alpine Air. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Alpine Air.
Apple Valley Honda is bringing the future of driving to you. Introducing the all-new, all-electric Honda Prologue EV. Say goodbye to gas stations and hello to a whisper-quiet ride and zero emissions. The wait is over. Finally, a local option for a quality EV from a brand with a track record of exceptional quality and reliability. Experience the Honda Prologue EV for yourself at family-owned Apple Valley Honda. Stay close to home and visit us at Apple Valley Honda today for the life you live.
New pitcher will take over for the Bells as they now lead at 4-0 over the Wenatchee AppleSox. Josh Flower, a 6'1", 190-pound senior from Southern Arkansas University. Another Bremerton product. His big right-hander will take over for Lathan Haywood, who goes an inning for the Bells. And that was a perfect inning, by the way, with 1 strikeout to be thrown in there. So the starter, Trevor Moore, stands to win this one if the Bells can keep it right where it is. He went 5 innings tonight, allowed just a hit, no runs. The AppleSox right now being shut out by the visitors from Bellingham. As we head to the bottom of the 7th inning, Wenatchee needs to get something going offensively. That is for sure.
Yeah, we need a leadoff hitter on right here for us. That would be big, wouldn't it?
Well, we talk about how you'd like to win your way into the postseason. The AppleSox could get some help here from Nanaimo tonight, and they are. The Night Owls lead Kamloops by a score of 5-1 in the top of the 7th. So if they win tonight, Wenatchee's number, even if they lose, if the AppleSox lose this game, would be 1 to get into the postseason. Jihi Leal started off here against Josh Flower, and the pitch is swung on and missed.
Nasty curveball there, wasn't it?
Cut and a ball in the dirt did Lee, who is 0 for 2 tonight. Grounded out to first and hit into a fielder's choice to the third baseman back in the 4th. Little breeze freshening in from left field here, and this pitch is a strike called, and a count 0-2.
People didn't like that call, did they?
They didn't. It was a Gronerson. Pitch here is hit foul. So the count remains at 0-2. Flower with a 1-1 record coming in, making his 11th appearance. He's got a 4.43 earned run average in his 22 1/3 innings pitched. So he's thrown a lot this summer for Bellingham. Pitch on the way, swung on a missed, and gone is Lee for the first out here of the 7th inning. So 5 strikeouts by the Bells pitching staff tonight of AppleSox hitters as Elijah Pelayo steps up. Wenatchee with their 1 hit that we have on our score sheet. They have 2 up on the board, but we've got 1 here. It was back in the 3rd inning on a base hit to opposite way by Kanoa Morisaki. Wenatchee has not hit the ball hard at all tonight, really.
No, we haven't. A lot of infield ground balls, too many strikeouts, and a couple pop-ups.
Pitch on the way to Pelayo is in there for a called strike, 0-1 the count. So just what you love, Coach.
Yeah,
AppleSox fans don't love that, but Josh Floyer coming in here throwing nothing but strikes so far.
Yeah.
The 0-1 pitch on the way. This one misses just a bit
outside.
1-1 the count to Pelayo. Again, Wenatchee will play Bellingham again here tomorrow night at 6:35, and then Sunday at 5:35, and then hit the road for Kelowna to wrap up the regular season on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. This pitch is in the dirt outside for a ball. 2-1 the count to Pelayo. Is it 3-1?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Yep.
3-1 count to Pelayo. AppleSox need to get some base runners here. Pitch on the way, swung on a missed. Count runs full. Well, I love this time of year. I mean, temperatures are cooling a little bit. You can start to kind of feel fall just around the corner. You got football starting up. You got the Seahawks with a mock game tomorrow at Lumen Field. This pitch swung on a chop slowly up third baseline. Jacobs it in, will field and throw, and it's in time for the out. Kirkpatrick, third baseman with a stellar play to get the out.
Really good play right there. That was tough. Because that ball was not hit hard. He had to go a long ways, made a great throw on that.
Couple of stellar plays defensively for the infield tonight here for the Bellingham Bells. 2 outs here in the inning brings up Theo Kim. Theo's 0 for 2 tonight with a pop out to short and a strikeout.
Yeah, they're cutting through us like a hot knife through butter, aren't they? I mean, what do we have? 2 runners left on base, so they're 2 over the
This pitch
minimum.
swung on and a fly ball to straightaway center field. Coming into his right a little is Brock Sell, and the AppleSox retired in order yet again here tonight, and that'll do it for the 7th. We'll head to the 8th inning. It is 4-0 Bellingham here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Tacos Chava has something new. Customers at Tacos Chava say it's the best Mexican food around. Nachos, enchiladas, tortas, ensaladas, and introducing camarones in many styles. You'll love the fresh salsa bar with so much selection. Are you ready for Tacos Chava? Find them at 2 great locations, the Wenatchee Valley Mall and any app. Tacos Chava, tan delicioso.
A new video game, a movie, dinner with friends. There are a lot of things worth saving up for. Vapes aren't cheap, and buying pods over and over can stop you from affording things you want more. When it comes to your money, choose what matters. Choose you.
When life gets stressful, jumping into your passions can help you find your calm. Avoid vapes, which contain nicotine and can make feelings of anxiety and depression worse. When it comes to your mental health, choose what matters. Choose you.
4-0 Bellingham on top of Wenatchee here as we head to the 8th inning of play. Andrew Lamb, Noah Meffert, and Blake Balls do up the number 3, 4, 5 hitters for the Bells. Our broadcast here on the NCWLIFE Channel brought to you in part by Coldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate. For all your real estate needs in Central Washington, call 509-888-8887. That's 509-888-8887 for Coldwell Banker Real Estate. Along with Brandon Schmitten and Eric Granstrom with you here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Brandon, you just took your headset off since we're on top of the third base dugout. And I don't know if I need to fine you or not, but you helped out the home team.
I did.
Tell us what you did.
I just mentioned to Quincy that they were picking up the signs like we talked about the Yankees do that. So just need to mix up our signs the way they're giving them, or like it's interesting talking to Mitch Canham when he was at Oregon State. I was like, well, Mitch, how do you guys enter in the signs? And he goes, well, we do an ABC. If we're ahead in the count, we give it one way. If we're behind in the count, we give it one way. And if it's even in the count, then we give it another way. So there's really no way for them to catch up on the signs. We had a pump system where you'd start with, say, 2, and then you'd give, say you gave 4 signs, so it'd be a 2, and then the next one, no matter what number it was 3, then 4, and then it'd go back to 1. So that would be a fastball. So it's just going off like many different ways that people can give signs, and not just a fastball is 1 and a curveball is 2. Say if you wanted to go a fastball, you could. Another way that Gary Llewellyn taught me how to do this is if you say put down 2 fingers and then 4 fingers, it's going to be a fastball because you are going up in number value. If you went 2 fingers then 1 finger, then it's going to be an off-speed pitch.
Okay.
If you went 2 fingers, it's going to be a changeup.
Gotcha.
So just many different ways to do it. It's kind of like a puzzle and trying to figure out the puzzle, and you want to just make the most difficult puzzle that you can if you're on defense.
This pitch swung on a miss, so a strikeout for Boesel to start off the 8th inning. 1 down here for Bellingham brings up Noah Meffert. Now, when you say when you're signaling the pitch, is that signaling the pitch from the dugout to the catcher, or is that the catcher to the pitcher?
So I was seeing them relaying it from the second base, or the runner that was on second base. So he was seeing what the catcher was giving. So this would be from the catcher to the pitcher.
Okay. I was watching the man at second base. I couldn't tell if he was looking at the pitcher to see how his hand was in the glove.
Yeah, I think it was coming off of Morisaki back behind
off
the plate.
Of the catcher giving the signs out to the pitcher.
Yeah.
So 0-1 count here to Noah Meffert, who fouls off the first pitch. Meffert is 1 for 2 tonight. He walked in the first, flew out to right in the third, and had a base hit up the middle in the 6th. Pitch here swung on and hit hard to right center, and that's going to be getting down for a base hit. Meffert with a wide turn at first will hold there on the 1-out single.
And see, this is another reason why getting a runner to second base as quick as you possibly can to get those signals and then reload those in. So once you have a runner at second base, it's easier to play the game if you're the offensive team.
So 1 aboard with 1 out for Blake Bowles here, who is 0 for the night with a pop out in foul territory, a strikeout looking, and a ground out to second. Sox would love to get a ground ball here, get a double play, and get out of the inning. First pitch misses outside for a ball. 1-0 the count. Morisaki giving the signs out to Boesel with a runner at first base. Boesel checks over his shoulder. Pitch on the way, swung on and hit hard but foul up the first base side. So the count even at 1 ball and 1 strike.
I can't remember what coach it was for Wenatchee Valley, but he was a huge proponent on, I need you not to be at first base. You need to find a way to get yourself to second base. And if they had guys thrown out stealing, he didn't care. He wanted a runner at second base so then they could start relaying in signs to the hitters. And so that was happening. It was, I think, 2 or 3 coaches ago that Wenatchee Valley had that was their main focus, is get somebody to second base so we can start taking advantage of it. And we saw that last inning. You know, they had a great sacrifice bunt, and then they started getting a rally off of that because they were able to find or have an advantage because they knew what the pitch was coming to them.
Foul back here by Balls, a count to ball and 2 strikes to the catcher for the Bells with a runner at first base. Well, that wouldn't have been Coach Hoff, would it?
No, it was much after him. It was Hoff, and then it was Coach Duda, and then there was Rusty Keith and the guy that used to coach for the Pippins. Used to coach here.
Crust Angel?
Crust Angel. No, he was at Yakima, wasn't he?
Yeah, right.
Yep.
Pitch here looked like it was strike 3. The crowd wanted it to be strike 3, but instead it's ball 2, according to our plate umpire, Lucas Naley. 2-2 count. So
and then there was Aaron Vaughn's there now.
Right. It was who came after Crust Angel. Name escaping me right here. This pitch swung on and hit off of the glove of the first baseman into right field. Runner from first will go all the way to third on the play standing. And that is a hard struck baseball by Blake Bowles. So runners on the corners here for Bellingham on back-to-back base hits. That'll bring up Nate Kirkpatrick. I don't see anybody warm in the bullpen area for the AppleSox behind Carson Bozel. Ed Nagg's going through the signs here. They've already tried a suicide squeeze tonight, so don't be too surprised what you might see. Now Mitch Darlington going to come out and talk to his defense about how to defend what Coach Nags might do here offensively. Our broadcast on the NCWLIFE Channel brought to you in part by Global Car Care. Your vehicle is their #1 priority. Diesels and European cars are their specialty. Pick up and drop off available too. Stop by their website at globalcarcare.net. Also by Harvest Valley Pest Control. Living healthy, local, and pest-free, you can rest assured Harvest Valley Pest Control uses kid and pet-safe material around your home or office. Call Harvest Valley Pest Control today for your free estimate at 509-423-2207. That's 509-423-2207. So 2 aboard for the Bells, already leading at 4-0 and trying to add on here in the top of the 8th inning. And Nate Kirkpatrick, who got a base hit and scored a run in the 7th, he's 1 for 2 tonight, steps into the right-handed batter's box. Bozel, after the meeting on the mound, throws the pitch. It's off of the glove. No, it hit the batter. So that loads the bases here for Bellingham. And if you're a glass half full guy, then that means there's a force out at every base.
It was Coach Keller.
Oh, Coach Keller.
Yep, Coach Keller was here, and I believe he coached the Moses Lake Pirates, didn't he?
It's too long ago.
Yeah, and then Kevin Frady, and then Willis, too.
Oh, okay.
So they've been through a lot of coaches at Wenatchee Valley.
Pitch here swung on and hit foul up the third base side.
It's a job that requires a lot of work, and they do not get paid very well. And you have to have another job to go along with that. And unfortunately, they have taken away a lot of the teaching jobs that went along with coaching. So it's hard to get college coaches to stick around for a long while.
Pitch here is low. 1-1 to count to Rob Jacobson. Had a sacrifice bunt in the 7th. He is 0 for 2 otherwise with a couple of strikeouts, and Carson Bozel will love to get a K one way or another right now. 1-1 to count to Jacobson. Pitch on the way. Snap throw down to first.
Oh, great job there by Theo Kim to hold that ball in the infield.
Definitely so. And we haven't seen Theo Kim play first base.
No, and he made a great play on last inning to get the cutoff and get the out at second base. Stop them from getting even more on us.
2-1 to count to Jacobson with the sacks full of bells in a 4-0 ball game. Crucial to just keep it right where it is if you're Carson Bozel here in the 8th inning. Time winding down for the AppleSox in this one. Pitch on the way, misses outside for ball 3. And you hate to give up a free run here with the bases loaded.
Yeah, make them hit the ball. We'd like a ground ball double play right here.
Pitch on the way, swung on and hit in the air to right center, and this is going to get down for a base hit. Score 1 for sure. Runner at second held up, waiting to see if that was going to be caught, so only 1 run will score on the RBI single by Rob Jacobson. It's now the Bells leading at 5-0.
That ball was well struck. I'm surprised. Oh, I was going to say I'm surprised we don't have anybody up in the bullpen, but I look down there right now as I was about ready to say that, and we do have somebody up in the bullpen.
Right-hander warming up down in the Wenatchee bullpen. Bells with a comfortable lead the way their pitching staff has thrown tonight.
Yeah, we haven't been able to get anything off of them, have we, Eric?
Bases jammed with now Ramadak Kiban stepping to the plate, and the first pitch to him misses for a ball. Kiban with an RBI single in the 7th, his first hit of the night. He's 1 for 3. He also scored a run in that 3-run 7th inning. 1 run in here in the 8th to give some insurance for the Bells. Pitch on the way. Swung on, popped up, foul territory, and coming our way, it is being caught here by Cade Martinez. Big outs for Bosel. Pop, foul, out. 2 outs in the inning. And that'll bring up Roxell.
Cade's had a couple of those plays where he had to find the fence over here, and those are a lot tougher than what they look, that's for sure. Nanaimo took a 6-1 lead going into the 8th.
Pitch here swung on and hit in the air to the left side. This is a line drive caught by Jihi Lee out there. So, side retired, but not before the Bells get another run. We'll head to the bottom of the 8th inning. A lot of work for the AppleSox as they trail it now 5-0. You're watching West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
The new Hummer EV is everything you want in an all-electric vehicle. It's powerful, reliable, comfortable, and will take you anywhere you want to go, on-road or off. Why buy one of those lesser EVs when you can have one that uses them for traction? Order your Hummer pickup or SUV today from Sangster Motors, batteries included.
Broadcast of AppleSox baseball tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel, brought to you in part by Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Plan your next tournament or event today. Call the Pro Shop. Schedule your tee time at 509-884-4653. That's 509-884-4653 for Highlander Golf Course and Grill. To the bottom of the 8th, Wenatchee in a big hole here against Bellingham, trailing at 5-0. Only good news for the AppleSox fans is that magic number came in at 2 tonight, and Nanaimo is leading Kamloops. That's in the top of the 8th inning by a score of 6-1. So that would shave the number to 1, even if Wenatchee loses this game here. But still 6 outs to go for the AppleSox. Kanoa Morisaki will lead it off here at the bottom of the 8th, followed by Davis DeRico, and back to the top of the order for Adam Haight.
You know, we always talk about pitch counts and stuff, and I'm just sitting here watching the Mariners during the timeout here. Cole Young just had a 12-pitch at-bat for a walk.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's huge. That's
huge.
Bigger than his home run last.
Yeah.
I mean, really?
Yeah. Especially because Leiter's just shutting us down bigger than life right now. Kind of like the Bellingham pitchers are, right?
Right. Josh Flower, by the way, continues to throw for the Bells here. And the pitch on the way after the 0-1 is in there for a strike. 0-2 the count on Kanoa Morisaki.
Yeah, he's throwing a lot of off-speed pitches here too, isn't he?
Yeah.
It looks like a guy that would throw
gas
really hard. But
this pitch is low for a ball. 1-2 the count to Morisaki. AppleSox will host Bellingham tomorrow night at 6:35 and then Sunday at 5:35 before heading for Kelowna on Monday to begin the final road series of the season. And they hope to have all of it wrapped up as far as the postseason is concerned, maybe even after tonight. Well, they got a lot of work to do if they want to do that here tonight. They could shave the magic number to 1 if Nanaimo can hold on and win that game tonight
And Eric,
against Kamloops.
When we score in bunches.
We do.
Yeah, so
we do.
Let's get a big inning here. Let's get a 6 spot up there and come back out. And
we have outscored opponents this season 16-5 here at home in the 8th inning. Pitch on the way. Swung on and chopped foul behind home plate. So Morisaki staying alive.
As we just talked about, seeing lots of pitches.
One and two the count to Morisaki. And the pitch on the way to him, swung on and a fly ball to right center. And it'll be the right fielder coming in and making the catch, Noah Meffert out there. So one out for the AppleSox. And boy, you go back, Sox were retired in order the first 2 innings. They got a runner aboard on a base hit and a walk. They had 2 aboard in the 3rd. They had a runner aboard in the 4th on a hit batsman. Had a runner aboard on an error. Actually, 2 runners aboard on errors in the 5th. Couldn't get anybody home. And now have been, well, let's see, going back to the end of the 5th.
We've been shut down in order, haven't we?
8 batters in a row have been retired.
Yeah.
That's good pitching.
Yes, it is.
Strike here to DeRico. 0-2 the count to Davis. Sack bunt for him back in the 5th and a strikeout in the 3rd. Pitch on the way. Swung on and a fly ball
hit hard.
Right at the second baseman. Rob Jacobson able to easily squeeze that one.
Kanoa has to be happy with that, though. I mean, that's the unfortunate thing about baseball. You can get a little flare that falls and finds some dirt, and then you hit a ball like that. And
you mean Davis? You said Kanoa.
Oh, no, Kanoa is the one that swung that, had that last swing there, right?
No, Davis DeRico just lined out. Kanoa Morisaki flew out to right field.
My fault.
That's okay.
Where am I at?
It's okay.
Oh, thank you. Davis DeRico, yes. My apologies, Davis. My apologies.
It's all right. It's all good. Adam Haight steps up here looking for his first safe hit of the night. Been aboard twice on an error and a walk. The pitch here swung on a line drive right to the second baseman again, Rob Jacobson. And, boy, just everything that the AppleSox seemed to find exactly into a piece of leather for Bellingham. We'll head to the 9th inning of play with Bellingham on top 5-0 here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Are you dealing with a pest or weed issue and you just don't know what to do?
We use the best pest control methods approved for areas with kids and pets.
Whether it's rats, mice, ants, or spiders,
or something else altogether. We provide the coaching and solutions you're looking for.
And you can know that your dollars are supporting a local, family-owned and operated business.
Allow us to help you get back to living healthy and pest-free. Harvest Valley Pest Control.
Highlander Golf Course and Grill, located in East Wenatchee, offers terrific views and challenging play for golfers at every skill level. From the golf course to the grill, you don't need to be a member to dine in style and play golf too. Highlander's well-groomed fairways and greens keep it difficult, yet friendly for your regular rounds of golf or a new destination for you and your out-of-town friends. Contact the Highlander Pro Shop today to schedule your tee time, outing, or tournament. Open 7 days a week, where everyone is welcome to play and eat.
Welcome back once again here to Paul Thomas Senior Stadium as we head to the top of the 9th inning. We do have a new pitcher on the mound for the Wenatchee AppleSox, but we are...
Penske.
It's Penske? Okay.
Penske, yes.
So a new pitcher in the ballgame for the AppleSox is... I don't have him on my
I don't have him on the roster
here.
either.
How about this roster that they handed us before the ballgame?
I looked on that one too. I didn't see him.
Okay.
It says Swan should be number 11, but
but they just announced him as Penske.
Penske, yeah, and we do have a Penske on our lineup card. So
okay, all right. Well, Mr. Penske will take over in relief here for the Wenatchee AppleSox to take over for Carson Bozel. Bozel came in back in the 5th, so he goes 4 innings for Wenatchee and gave up the 4 spot to the Bells.
All right, so I've got it. It's Brooks Penske. He's a 6-foot, 200-pound sophomore from Spokane Falls out of Manson, Washington.
Oh, okay. We should recognize that, huh?
Yeah.
You said Hunter?
Brooks.
Oh, Brooks. Excuse me.
Brooks.
So Brooks Penske taking over on the mound for the Wenatchee AppleSox, as Bellingham will head to the top of the order here. Aiden Aguayo is due up here for Bellingham, and it will be Aguayo stepping to the plate. Again, these two teams meet again here tomorrow night at 6:35, Sunday at 5:35. Wrap up the home part of the schedule. It is, let me refresh the screen here, get you an update on that game in Nanaimo. Bottom of the 8th now. Nanaimo still leads at 6-1. Mariners in the bottom of the 5th, trailing Texas 3-1 in Seattle tonight. Pitch on the way goes off the glove of Marasaki all the way to the backstop. 1-0 the count to Aguayo. Big RBI double for Aguayo in the 7th. He is 1 for 4 tonight with a run scored.
You can see that we got crossed up on that right there. He pointed to his eyes, hey, you need to see the signs. So that's why the umpire came out with him, and you'll notice that he did not give them a mound visit on that. So
1-0 the count to Aguayo. Again, Brooks Penske on the mound for the AppleSox, and the pitch here is in for a strike. It's amazing what can happen when you get on the same page.
Right.
Speaking of pages, I just got a new book in the mail that I just started the prologue to. Very excited about this book. It is the Gunfighters book. True stories of the Old West. And saw an interview on one of the podcasts I watch with the author, and I was like, oh, I got to have that book.
Really?
Yeah.
I bet you.
How the Texas gunfighters made the West wild.
Oh.
1-1 the count here. Pitch on the way, misses low.
I'll wait till it comes out on video.
There is an audio version of the book.
Oh, okay,
if
good.
You prefer that.
The Mariners just scored a run.
Hey, nice.
It was, I got a text message from my friend Kyle Dawkins, who's at the game. He said, oh, yeah, this is going to be a quick one. Live, it wasn't even close. So they did a review and came back, and I'm not sure who was at first base, and then we ended up scoring on next. Let me see here. Julio hit into fielder's choice, Cal Raleigh out, Cole Young to third.
Pitch here bounces in for a ball.
So Josh Naylor, our new guy, doubled.
Nice.
And got us a run.
Nice. Full count to Aguayo. Back in the right-hander batter's box as Penske looks in, gets a sign from Morasaki, and the right-hander's delivery on the way. Swung on and hit hard to left field. That's going to drop in for a base hit in front of Jihi Lee. So quite a battle there. Aguayo comes up with the win. And a runner aboard for Bellingham here to start off the 9th brings up Gavin Long. Been a good night for Gavin. He's 3 for 4 in the ball game with a home run, couple of singles, 2 RBI, and a run scored.
Yeah, I would say that's a good night.
If you're looking for your MVP of the ball game right now, aside from the Bells pitching staff who have held the AppleSox in check tonight, Brandon and I have Wenatchee for just 1 hit tonight. They've got him for 2 on the board, but we think there was another error in there that should have been counted to the Bells defense. Pitch here on the way, swung on, hit in the air.
This is going to be a tough play right here.
Shortstop Palaio is behind the bag at third and makes the catch on the grass out there.
It's nice to get him out, isn't it?
Yeah. So 1 out with 1 aboard, and that'll bring up Andrew Lamb. Lamb 0 for the night. ground out, line out, strikeout, and a strikeout in the 8th. 1 on, 1 out here in the top of the 9th for the Bells. Penske ready. And the pitch to the plate, swung on and popped up again. This one is down the left field line, and this one's out of play. So the count 0-1 on Andrew Lamb. Noah Meffert waiting on deck here for the Bells. There's 1 out here in the inning with a runner aboard. And an 0-1 count on Andrew Lamb. This pitch off speed misses for ball 1. I'd like to thank our crew for our helping out on the broadcast tonight. Back in the studios, Ethan Leonard, our studio producer. Line producer tonight on site, Tucker Wagner. Dan Kuntz also sauntering about here this evening on camera and helping out with line production. On the cameras, Dan started us off out in center field. Runner from first goes. Pitch is chopped to the first baseman and off the glove of Theo Kim, and that's going to put a runner aboard at first. And he was worried about what was going to happen there and where he was going to go with the ball before fielding it, so that's an error on the first baseman.
Yeah, it looked like he had his glove perfectly fine, then his hand got in there and it just knocked off of his hand. His bare hand there.
Yeah, the pitcher was running over to cover first base, which he should be.
Yeah.
And I think maybe that gave Theo just a little something out of his, vision, his peripheral, that caused him to take his eye off the ball there.
And as we mentioned earlier, we haven't seen Theo at first base. Not that that's the reason. He's done a really good job over there all day long today. So.
Pitch here is in for a strike, and the count even to Meffert at 1-1. Also on cameras tonight, thanks to Juan Sanchez, Eli Gintner, and Callie Benson. Our production assistant tonight, the lovely and talented Marion Granstrom. That last name might sound familiar. Line drive to the right fielder, and backing up all the way to the warning track is Davis DeRico. He'll make the catch. Meanwhile, the runner from second tags and moves to third on the play.
That was a tough play there by Davis.
So runners on the corners with 2 down now, and that'll bring up Blake Balls. Balls with a base hit in his last at bat. He's 1 for 4 tonight. Penske ready, and the pitch on the way to the plate is low for a ball. 1-0 the count.
Yeah, it looks to me, looking up on the stats on the WCL website, and it looks like this might be Brooks's first appearance. Doing a good job so far.
Penske's delivery is a check swing and a strike called by the home plate umpire. Evens the count of 1 ball and 1 strike.
I could foresee Ed putting on an early steal here and seeing if he couldn't get Penske to jump, maybe balk on this. I know in coaching against him in high school, he would do that a lot. Now, Brooks has a lot more experience than what a lot of high school pitchers do. So hopefully he holds his composure and
holds his water.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. 2-1 to count to Balls. Penske's delivery
Good
in there
pitch.
for a strike. Count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Right. Top of the 9th inning in Nanaimo. Night Owls lead it 6-1, trying to get the final 3 outs there and help shave Wenatchee's magic number to 1. AppleSox here at home tonight trail it 5-0 to visiting Bellingham. We're in the top of the 9th inning. Pitch here swung on and missed. And gone are the Bells in the 9th. The AppleSox with a lot of work to do as we head to the bottom of the 9th inning. Bells on top 5-0. It's West Coast League Baseball on the NCWLIFE Channel.
You trust the same doctor for your health and the same dentist for your smile. Trust Global Car Care to keep your vehicle running strong. We track your car's history so it gets the right care at the right time. With our 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty on parts and labor, you'll drive away with confidence. Global Car Care, your automotive experts. We service all makes and models, but specialize in Sprinter vans, Mercedes, Audi, Volkswagen, and BMW. Call or visit us today.
The agents of Kennedy Real Estate Group are committed to providing the ideal client experience. We believe in the power of relationships. Why? Because we don't just work here, we live here. From the nonprofits we serve, the parks where we play, and the local businesses we support, our team understands the value of living in the Wenatchee Valley. Let's begin your real estate story.
Welcome back once again here to Paul Thomas Senior Stadium. New pitcher in the ball game for the Bells is 6'1", 190-pound freshman out of Stanford, Colt Peterson. He's from Tustin, California, which I have not heard of before.
No, I haven't either.
Colt Peterson taking over, trying to get the final 3 outs here for the Bells. He will face the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, Cade Martinez, Izzy Madriaga, and Evan Cloyd. It has been a quiet night for the AppleSox offensively. We only have them for 1 hit. The scoreboard is nice enough to give them 2 hits, but they have not even sniffed a run tonight. AppleSox got a runner as far as second base. Actually, no, third base back in the 5th inning, but that was a short-lived situation.
Colt Peterson on the summer is 1-0 with a .61 ERA. With 7 games that he's appeared in, started 3, 2 saves, 14.2 innings and 18 strikeouts in those 14.2 innings.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
So Flower goes 2 innings in relief, holds the AppleSox in check, nothing but zeros across the board in his 2 innings. As he got 1 strikeout. Nary a ball or a walk. First pitch here is in for a strike to Cade Martinez. 0-1 to count. Again, it has been a tough night for the AppleSox offensively, and you give a tip of the cap to Bellingham and the pitching job they've done this evening. The 0-1 pitch is missing for a ball.
91-mile-an-hour fastball, and again, this is effortless looking out of Colt Peterson, isn't it? Very fluid.
Peterson looks in, gets the sign from Blake Balls, and the pitch on the way is high for ball 2. And if you're the AppleSox and Cade Martinez, you just got to get on base. Somehow get on base.
We got to get something
down
going early.
5-0 here. And they bottom of the 9th. Pitch on the way. Swung on a hit to the left side. Backing up is the third baseman, Kirkpatrick. His throw across goes off the glove of the first baseman, out of play. So down to second goes Cade Martinez.
Well, it's a good job getting yourself on base. Ball was hit pretty hard off the bat. Doesn't have an exit velo on that one, but ball was hit hard and it made him retreat. He did a good job of retreating on that because that was the only way that he was going to field that ball, but just put himself into a deep throw that he had to make and just was a little short on it.
They're going to give an error to the third baseman on the throw?
Yeah, that's what I would give.
Okay. So an error puts a runner at second base in scoring position for the AppleSox.
This is the unfortunate thing, though. We look up at the scoreboard, and it's 12 hits for Bellingham and 2 for us.
Yeah.
It's hard to win games when you're only getting 2 hits.
Yeah. And give up 12.
Yes. Yeah.
And this could be a preview of the playoffs if, in fact, Wenatchee's able to get that 4th playoff spot, the 2nd wild card seed. They would play Bellingham again a week from tonight right here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium.
Yeah. Oh, the Portland Pickles are winning tonight.
I know that's a shock. This pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1 the count to Madriaga. That game still in the top of the 9th inning in Nanaimo. 6-1. The Night Owls lead Kamloops. Here comes the 0-1 pitch by Peterson. After a long look at second base, on the way, it's low for a ball. A good framing by the catcher.
Yeah. He's sticking right around that 91-mile-an-hour velocity.
Top of the 8th in Chemeketa Stadium tonight, where Portland leads Marionberries 17-4. The offensive output of the Pickles this year has been unbelievable.
Yeah, every time you turn around, they're winning a game, aren't they?
Corvallis has been hot here in the second half. They lead in the bottom of the 6th tonight at Springfield, 12-4. Pitch on the way. Strike call. Boy, that was a deliberate call by our home plate umpire tonight.
Yeah, very delayed there, wasn't it?
2-2 the count to Madriaga. AppleSox just trying to get off the goose egg on the scoreboard right now. Trailing at 5-0 here, bottom of the 9th inning. 1 on, nobody out. 2-2 count to Madriaga with Evan Cloyd waiting on deck. Colt Peterson's next pitch misses for ball 3. Good eye by Madriaga. Count runs full with first base open.
Yeah, any way on. Right now you throw out the desire to have a good batting average and you just get on any way you can.
Peterson's pitch on the way to the plate, swung on a hit hard but foul up the first base side. The count remains at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Colt Peterson, the 4th pitcher of the night, trying to clean things up and give the win to Trevor Moore, who started the game, went 5 innings, allowed just 1 hit and no runs. Here comes the pitch on the way, high and inside. So down to first base on a walk goes Madriaga. And the AppleSox fans who are here, good crowd at the ballpark, trying to whip up a little excitement and get a 9th inning comeback. Evan Cloyd, who's hitless tonight.
Well, he got hit once.
No, he got hit once, yes. But has not hit the ball with the bat in fair play. I mean, he grounded out to third and he struck out other than being hit by that pitch. Wouldn't a jolt over the fence put a jolt in the offense right here for Wenatchee? Pitch on the way to Cloyd. It does go over a fence, but it's over the tennis court fence in foul territory on the first base side. 0-1 to Cloyd. Evan back in the right-handed batter's box. Colt Peterson, couple of checks out of the bag at second. Pitch on the way is a curveball in there for a strike. 0-2 count quickly on Evan Cloyd. Ji-Hee Lee waiting on deck for the AppleSox. 2 aboard, trailing by 5. Nobody out here, bottom of the 9th. Peterson with the 0-2 pitch on the way to Cloyd. That misses away. Tried to get him to fish after that one.
Yeah, he did. That was a good location for that fastball there.
Little bit of a breeze. Nothing too strong here at the ballpark. You can hear it in the microphones. Blowing in from left field. 1-2 the count to Cloyd. And the pitch on the way. Swung on a fly ball to left field into that wind, and it will be caught by the center fielder. The runner from second tags. The throw in will be not in time. A flip over to the bag at second. No, he'll fake the flip over there.
That ball was hit very well, but got hung up in the wind there, and then I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but the second baseman kind of threw his hands like, dude, throw the ball to me on that. So important, like we've talked about all year, keep the force out in order. And so he tries to make the big play and throw Cade out. He's on the mound. That's a balk. If the pitcher is on the mound without the ball, it's a balk.
The third baseman never gave the ball back to the pitcher. So Mitch Darlington comes over to the bag at third. As you mentioned, the pitcher was on the mound pretending like he had the ball.
Yes, that should be a
The
balk.
runner took his lead at third base. See, that's what I said. The third baseman on that throw in faked like he threw the ball over to second, then kept it, but then never gave it back to the pitcher.
Right. Yeah. Again, going back to that, second baseman was saying, hey, give me the ball, keep the force in order there. Now, and then back to my statement, he can't be on the mound without the ball. Yep.
So a run's going to score on the balk. AppleSox now trail it 5-1. So a run comes home on the balk. Good call, Coach.
Thank you.
So the fans feeling a little maybe magic in their rally caps here tonight at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, as it has become a 5-1 ball game with Ji-Hee Lee waiting for a pitch to come his way. Colt Peterson gets visited by Blake Balls. I'll give them credit. That was you know, nice tricky play, but
it was.
The pitcher can't engage the rubber then.
Well, he can't even be on the mound.
Okay.
So like he walked up onto the top of the mound there. And so if you're doing that, you have to have the ball. Again, a balk is a deception of the runner, right? That's the definition of a balk. And they were deceiving the runner by the pitcher going up on the mound there. Now, one balk that you don't ever see called, but it is actually a balk, is if the catcher starts outside of the catcher's box. So as you can see it here, there's a box drawn in behind home plate, and that's considered the catcher's box. So if the catcher is outside of the box at the time of the delivery of the pitch, that's actually a balk.
Okay.
So it's not one that you see very often, but it actually is considered a balk. So, and it's a balk on the catcher, not on the pitcher.
Right. Ed Nags came in to have a little discussion with a home plate umpire, and that is now settled. Runner at third for the AppleSox with one run in and one out in the inning. And Ji-Hee Lee stepping up, and the first pitch to him by Colt Peterson on the way. And that's an off-speed pitch. It's in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Elijah Palaio waiting on deck, hoping for an opportunity here as the AppleSox have scored one here in the bottom of the ninth with one out. And it comes on a balk on a little trick play at third base. Pitch on the way here, swung on a chopped foul up the third base side. And the count 0-2 on Ji-Hee Lee. Ji-Hee tonight grounded out to first in the second, hit into a fielder's choice to third in the fourth, and struck out swinging in the seventh. Just trying to keep the inning going and keep the chance alive for the AppleSox here. The 0-2 pitch by Peterson on the way is missing a little
Just
outside.
missed outside, I guess, huh?
1-2 the
We'll
count.
take that one.
Didn't miss by much.
No.
Get you up to date on the Mariners, now trailing Texas 3-2 in the top of the seventh inning in Seattle tonight. Mariner fans hoping for some late inning magic as well. Strike three called. Gone is Ji-Hee Lee for the second out of the ninth inning. First strikeout in relief here by Colt Peterson. So the AppleSox are down to their final out here with Elijah Palaio stepping up. He's 0 for 3 tonight with a couple of groundouts and a flyout.
Yeah, that's tough to be taking that pitch with 2 strikes on you, isn't it?
Apparently fooled on the pitch by Peterson. Right-hander's delivery here is a little low for a ball. 1-0 the count. Again, Blake Balls does what so many catchers you see do these days. They start with the glove low and then bring the ball back up and the glove back up into the strike zone. Trying to frame it for the home plate umpire. The 1-0 pitch here is in the dirt. Nice stop by Balls. Keeps the runner at third base. 2-0 the counts. The runner at third is Izzy Madriaga. Got aboard on a walk after Cade Martinez started the inning off, getting aboard on a throwing error on the third baseman. He has come around to score on a balk called on a hidden ball trick attempt at third base. Here comes the pitch on the way. It's in there for a strike, and the count 2-1 on Elijah Pelayo.
I like that take right there. It wasn't a pitch that he could hit hard, and you're ahead 2-0 in the count. You're looking for a pitch that you can hit hard and keep this thing going.
2-1 pitch from Peterson on the way, low for ball 3. If you're Mitch Darlington, the AppleSox, you just hope you get a couple of more runners aboard and have a chance to at least bring the tying run to the plate here.
Yeah.
Trailing at 5-1, bottom of the ninth, 2 outs. Pitch swung on, popped up, foul, and out of play on the first base side. So the count runs full here to Pelayo at 3-2. Elijah takes a little saunter out of the batter's box. Now steps back in. Peterson ready. And the pitch. In there for strike 3, and gone looking are the AppleSox here in the ninth, and gone looking in the ball game as they lose tonight to the Bellingham Bells by a final of 5-1. AppleSox get just 2 hits on the night according to the scoreboard. We only had them for 1 hit on our scorecard. We will come back and wrap it up coming up next here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Les Schwab changed the tire game more than 70 years ago. Today, we still believe you should get more from less. Like more hustle, less hassle. More of the best service around, less of the runaround. Because we include America's best tire warranty in every tire we sell. So you get more unbeatable warranty, less charging you extra. It's why we're more than proud to say, you get more from less.
Whether you're a new homeowner or looking to update, Save Mart in Wenatchee has everything you need. From top-of-the-line appliances to comfy mattresses and stunning furniture that fits your style, they have it all under one roof. With great deals and expert customer service, you'll find the perfect pieces for your space and your budget. Save Mart, your local destination for quality appliances, mattresses, and furniture at prices you'll love.
Welcome back one more time around here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium, where the Wenatchee AppleSox go down to defeat tonight to the Bellingham Bells by a score of 5-1. And give credit all the way around to the Bellingham pitching staff tonight. Trevor Moore gets the win. He goes 5 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 3 strikeouts, a walk, and a hit batsman. And then it was up to their bullpen. Lathan Haywood shut him out for an inning. Josh Flower shut out the AppleSox for 2 innings, and then Colt Peterson does give up a run. It was not earned in that ninth inning of play as the AppleSox score 1, but go into the night with a defeat here by a score of 5-1. 12 hits on the night for Bellingham. We have the AppleSox with just 1. They might be kind and give them 2 in the ball game, but again, offensively, Gavin Long with a 3-hit night for the Bells. He gets a solo home run to start things, and as it turns out, that nearly was enough just right there in the first inning, Brandon Schmitten. The good news is the AppleSox can come back tomorrow night and still win this series.
Yeah, and looking at the Nanaimo game, they're ahead 6-2 right now, so we can take that away, and hopefully Nanaimo can pull this thing off, and we'll walk away 1 game closer to finding ourselves in the playoffs. But we did have some shining moments tonight. It was good to see Brooks Pinsky come out there.
Final score now. So Nanaimo does hang on and beat Kamloops tonight by a score of 6-2. So it is a win for the Nanaimo. It's a loss for Kamloops. So Wenatchee is now 1 game away, win or lose, from getting into the postseason, which would be right now a meeting with Bellingham here a week from tonight, here at Paul Thomas Senior Stadium.
Yeah, that would be nice. And obviously it's going to be a tight series between the two of us. We kind of went and took care of business up there. I think we won 2
out of 3 in Bellingham.
And then come down here, they took the first one. If we just come away with the series win, then it's going to give us momentum going into the playoffs. And like we've said all along, get yourself into the playoffs, and then see what happens.
Yeah, see who gets hot. I mean, in a best-of-3 series for the first round of the North Division Championship, who knows? I mean, you just roll them out there and see what happens. And then, of course, it's a one-game playoff for the championship and the North.
Yeah.
And then you play a one-game title against the winner of the South, and you just never know. It's a team that gets hot.
Yep.
Right now, Bellingham comes in and gets the win here tonight by a final of 5-1. On behalf of our crew from the NCWLIFE Channel, thank you very much for tuning in all summer long. This is our last game of the regular season. We hope we get one more a week from tonight. I kind of think we will, and we'll join you next Friday night. Brandon Schmitten, thank you so much for all your help all summer long.
It's been awesome.
And thank you for watching West Coast League Baseball here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Have a good night, everybody. Spy Busich.
Thanks for watching Wenatchee AppleSox Baseball right here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Tonight's broadcast was sponsored by our Platinum supporter, Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. Also by Abby's Pizza, Apple Valley Honda, Biosports Physical Therapy, Caldwell Banker Cascade Real Estate, Global Car Care, Harvest Valley Pest Control, the Highlander Golf Course and Grill, the Kennedy Real Estate Group, Les Schwab, Sangster Motors, Save Mart, Tacos Shava, Together for Youth, Valley Tractor, and Alpine Air Heating and Cooling. This has been a special presentation of NCWLIFE Channel Sports. We now return you to normal programming already in progress.
So the AppleSox will advance